number 20348-233, Argo Property Management versus Nicholas Carter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Chris Asphalt on behalf of the plaintiff.
Is there a Nicholas Carter here?
You said Pennie.
Good morning, Your Honor. Chris Asphalt on behalf of the plaintiff.
Echo again, huh? Let's see. Did you turn the speaker on? I'm trying to clear up this echo, folks. But there's no Nicholas Carter here.
Mr. Asphalt, can you please give me your P number?
Yes, 53129.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Asphalt, let us,
Mr. Asphalt, can you please give me your P number?
You gotta turn your speaker, your audio, turn off your audio.
I'm gonna close out to make sure I didn't put the audio in there, okay?
They come in at 8:30. Joe's plan don't start at 8:50.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, it does. Okay, I think we got it right this time. Okay. So, Mr., is it art flag or asphalt?
Asphalt.
Asphalt, okay, thank you. Mr. Asphalt, why don't we adjourn this?
Okay.
It's a non-payment of rent case?
Yes.
date. Mr. Asphalt, you know, my other judges, my colleagues are using March dates. How about this file here? Late February?
For yeah, that would be better, Judge.
Okay. About February 25th. 2:25. 9 a.m. You know, you can't pull up anything that far out, right?
No.
Okay, you all right with that one, sir?
Did we get a time, Your Honor?
9 a.m.
Okay.
Okay. Two 273 Jerome Macy versus Yanita Ross.
Joe
I'm here,
Horker.
Your Honor.
Hold on, Mr. Horker, put your name on the record.
Joe Horker, P75969.
Yanita Ross, put your name on the record.
Shanita Ross.
Okay, this is a non-payment of rent case.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
Judge Millender.
Yes.
Good morning, Judge Millender. I apologize. This is Brant from Lakeshore, P84238, on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Ross.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought I had filed appearance. I apologize.
Lossinsk. Okay. So you're representing the defendant.
That is correct, Your Honor. Thank you.
So, Mr. Horker, is your client interested in EDP when we get it again?
No, Your Honor. He's just looking to get a judgment for possession.
Is this a non-payment of rent case?
Non-payment of rent case. There's a total of $8,835 plus court costs due.
You know we can't do any, Mr. Lozinski, you have anything to say against that, about that?
Thank you, Your Honor. We've been actually talking about this matter for quite some time. I've been advocating for probably a month now for an EDP resolution or some type of financial assistance-based resolution to this matter. And respectfully, the answer has been consistently no. I would like to continue advocating for a possible financial resolution that keeps Ms. Ross from a move out. If there is no possibility of an eviction diversion program resolution or something from the new 2021 funding, then I guess we will discuss move out dates as a result of a conditional dismissal. Hopefully that would, again, at least keep Ms. Ross from having anything on her record in the future. And last, if I may, clearly that move out date could not be within the next couple weeks due to the ongoing moratorium. And I just strongly just say generally to the court that moving and relocation assistance through the housing programs and otherwise is extremely difficult right now. So I continue to suggest that Ms. Ross is eligible for possible financial assistance in this matter, and would ask plaintiff's counsel to reconsider that.
That's a couple things. I don't believe a CDC declaration has been filed, so she would not be a covered person. However, I would be okay with conditional dismissal of a January 31st move out date.
Mm.
Your Honor, I think that just functionally, I wouldn't say unreasonable, but unpractical. I just don't think it's possible that Ms. Ross can possibly relocate within the next 2 weeks and have any chance for any sustainable living environment, especially when there is possible monies on the table to negotiate a longer time period. Perhaps we could do a 3 or 6 month move out, but a matter of 2 weeks is almost impossible at this point.
Yeah, for EDP to take place, both parties have to agree to take it. I've asked my client at least 5 times, hey, Jerome, are you interested in EDP?
Understood.
These are the funds available. These are the funds that could become available in February. He has declined every single time. I can't force my client to take it. Mr. Wyszynski can't take it. Force him to take it. I'm willing to do a conditional dismissal because it would help the defendant. And if he needs a few more days than what I've offered, then we can talk about that further. But
Okay, that seems like a fair resolution. I guess, Your Honor, I would want to be able to speak to my client in a breakout room and see if we can determine what a reasonable amount of time might be that we could actually consider a relocation. I don't think that with even the Housing Coalition's assistance, could we possibly find or assist in relocation within a month? I would certainly ask for at least until the 1st of March as a move out date, which would be 2 months essentially, or a month and 2 weeks at this point. But we could talk about that in a breakout room if that's a possibility with either Mr. Horka, and then I can talk to my client as well. So without taking up more of the court's time, let's start with, why don't, Your Honor, if I could talk to Mr. Horka in a breakout room for a second, that would be great.
I'm trying to do that. Oh, when I went back, I changed the breakout room. Okay. So I opened up again to clear the echo. I didn't get the breakout room set up. Okay, what? Here I go again. Let me go out again, folks.
Your Honor, if it's easier or more practical for time, I can just mute and call Mr. Horka on the phone if you'd like.
Go ahead and do that, but I'm still gonna need my breakout rooms. So go ahead and do that for now.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Who was that?
Okay.
You switched it, Your Honor, you made me hold, so let me go back in. Can I?
Oh,
Depends. Or.
why didn't I do that?
I'm about to make you host again, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, now you can make me co-host when you get a sec.
co-host. Now I've got my rules. Are you the co-host, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I want to make sure I didn't hit anybody else. Okay, while they're talking. Brent, you guys are through talking? No, they're still on mute, so. 20347-261 Motown Retails versus James Nelson.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Attorney Frederick J. Coleman on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. Donovan McCarty, P80907, on behalf of Mr. Nelson, the defendant.
Your
And
Honor,
I believe Mr. Nelson was here.
he's still here.
Good morning.
What are those balloons?
Good morning. Oh,
Okay,
okay.
there you are, Mr. Nelson. So,
Good
Mr.
morning.
Clinton and Mr. Cardi, have you guys worked out anything?
It was sent in already, wasn't it?
Yep, I think I sent it in around December 30th. I'm happy to resend it, though.
What case number?
20347-261. You want me to send a new one? See, we got a stack when we came back, and they weren't with files.
I'll send it right now, just so it's at the top of the email. I'll just forward the same message.
Renee, is that what you wanted to do?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, she'd like you to do that.
Okay.
So the next file is
Well, I think, are we,
I'm sorry, Ms. Coleman?
I was saying, are we done with this file now? We have settled it, or do you want to put it on the record? What does the court want to do?
I'd like to put it on the record.
Okay.
So you want to come back? You got another courtroom to go to?
No, I'll finish up here.
Okay. 20347-693 Elite Real Estate versus France Honeycutt. France Honeycutt, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Butchart, P66250. I represent the plaintiff.
Is France Honeycutt here?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Your Honor. Shanice Moore, P83784, on behalf of Mr. Honeycutt.
Hold on. What's your name, ma'am? Representative Honeycutt?
Shanice Moore, P83784.
And you said Mr. Honeycutt is here.
Yes.
Is Mr. Honeycutt the one with the phone number 2946?
Yes.
Mr. Honeycutt? Hello?
Yes.
Okay. I'll rename him, Your Honor.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, what do you want us, you guys need to talk about this, or what are we doing with this case?
Judge, I actually emailed in a proposed settlement on December the 1st in this case. I noted this morning that it had not been entered. I know the court, with the court closure and being overwhelmed with volume, that it may have just simply been missed. I did email it to your clerk again just a few moments ago, but we settled this on December 1st. Mr. Honeycutt was, I believe, going to be moved out of the property by this past Monday, January the 4th.
Is this a non-payment case?
No, it was a termination case, Judge.
And there's more, you guys have agreed to that?
I'm sorry, what was that, Your Honor?
And have you agreed to this conditions, Ms. Moore?
I did. However, Mr. Honeycutt is still in the property. He says that he was unable to find another place to view until next week. I let Mr. Bouchard know, requested a 2-week extension, but we were unable to get that. So Mr. Honeycutt is still in the property.
You want to talk to Mr. Bouchard in the breakout room?
Judge, I don't think it's necessary. I can't agree to a 2-week extension, but because the order hasn't been entered, I haven't even been able to file for a writ yet. So, I mean, as a practical matter, he's going to get an additional 2 weeks without a doubt in my mind.
Honeycutt, do you have a place you're at least looking at?
Yes, ma'am.
Are there some arrangements made with this place?
They told me, well, he told me that he waiting on them to let him know when we can see it because of what is this stuff called? That COVID stuff, that they didn't want nobody coming in right now. So I'm just waiting on him to let me know when I can come and see it, give him the rest of the money, and then I'm out of here.
I didn't understand half of that. Ms. Moore, did you understand it?
Yeah, he said that he's waiting on the landlord to be able to show him the property, and then he'll give him the rest of the money, and then he can be out of the current property.
And when is the landlord going to show you the rest of the property?
As soon as he gets the
He said
okay.
it's the next week or so. I think if somebody got sick or something, so he's trying to wait them for 14 days or whatever.
You ain't through yet? You're not through yet, James.
Couldn't we at least
What did your lawyer say?
1 week, Mr. Butcher? That'll give him
Judge,
time to. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Judge, unfortunately, I don't have any permission. I mean, I had to, Mr. Honeycutt had initially agreed to move out by sometime in December. It was that deal which we had, my client had reluctantly agreed to, was Mr. Honeycutt had backed out of that deal and requested the 31st, or I'm sorry, January the 4th. And so I had to go back to my client and convince them that January 4th was a deal that they should accept. I can't go back to them, Judge, and he's going to get the time because of the process. Even if I seek to set this aside tomorrow and enter the judgment in writ, I mean, so far in the last 8 months, I haven't done anything through the system in 2 weeks, Judge, so.
Well, he cannot be evicted before the end of January. Your client knows that?
I don't know that, Judge. I'm not sure what the basis of that is. This is not a non-payment of rent case. I don't believe there's been a CDC order declaration filed. And we
There
had a
hasn't
consent
been.
that the parties have agreed to over a month ago.
I believe that
Moratorium had been moved to the end of the month.
I'm sorry?
I thought the moratorium had been moved to the end of the month.
Only for those cases that would be covered by the CDC moratorium order, and this is not one of those cases, Judge. And again, I'll state, Judge, even in the best of times pre-COVID, it was hard for me to get a writ through the system in 2 weeks. There is no way, if all Mr. Honeycutt needs is 2 weeks, there is no way I'm going to get a signed order and a bailiff out to his door in the span of 2 weeks. I haven't even filed for the documentation yet. I haven't even received my order yet.
Can we sign this and agree to something on the side that says the writ cannot be executed before, a certain date?
Judge, if that's what you order, but I have a client I have to answer to. I can't. I already went back to them on this and extended time beyond what.
I understand. I'm going to sign it today. But if someone would prepare an order that the judge says the eviction cannot be executed before the 22nd of January. That's the best I can do, Mr. Honeycutt.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Moore, is that all right with you if I do that?
I'm sorry, what was that date? You said the 22nd?
The 22nd.
That's
And
fine,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Boucher, you may put your objection on the record now.
Judge, I think I've already done that. I would just ask if Given that I'm objecting to this and it's not to the benefit of my client, if Ms. Moore could prepare that order, that would be great.
That's fine.
So Ms. Moore, you prepare the order.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Moore, can you get that to us today?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, recalling 20347-261 Motown Rentals versus James Nelson.
I'm here.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Donovan McCarty, P80907. I don't see Mr. Coleman. Oh, there he is. He's coming back.
Mr. Coleman, I have the conditional dismissal now. So I suggest everybody's comfortable with me signing it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Coleman?
Yes, Your Honor, I was on mute, sorry.
That's all right. And Mr. Nelson?
Yes.
Then I have signed it.
Thank you, Your
Good
Honor.
luck, Mr. Nelson. Mr. Nelson, you may leave the hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I'll be back to my 11 o'clock later.
Thank you.
Thank you, Donovan.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, thanks, Fred.
Mr. Lozinski, are you
Yes.
ready for the Shanita Ross case?
I actually was just going to ask if I could please speak to Ms. Ross momentarily before we recall that matter.
Okay, let me see if I can do this. Hey, you go to room 1, Mr. Lozinski.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Just in case it boy.
Now, Ms. Ross is the Ms. Ross, I'm assigning you to room 1 also.
Okay.
There should come up an invitation to join, and you just push the button and say okay. So. Oh, yeah. Okay. Next one, 20348-240 Alden Towers versus Sterling Sherman.
Chris Asphalt, 53129 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Is Sterling Sherman here? Denise, you have someone with a phone number, ends in 2038. Your name, please?
Gail Williams.
You said Williams?
Yes, Gail, Gale.
Okay, I see.
That's not for this case. No Sterling Sherman. Mr. Asphalt, let's adjourn this one too, okay?
Okay, Your Honor.
What date did we adjourn your other one?
2:25 at 9 a.m.
2:25 at 9:10, okay?
Okay.
Two 20343-583 East Village versus Patrice Lambert.
Good morning, Your Honor. Philip Newman, P35-499, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor. Charles Featherson, P83480, on behalf of Ms. Deering, defendant.
Hello, Mr. Featherson.
How's it
Happy New
going?
Year to you.
Happy New Year, Judge Millender.
Is your client here?
Yes, I am here.
Yes.
Is there another name that you're under now? Kenyatta Deary?
The case, the defendant listed as Patrice Lambert, but to the consent judgment, we have also added Kenyatta Deering, who's currently staying in the property. She was the daughter of Patrice Lambert.
Okay, we all know that?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so have you guys worked out anything, or while we adjourning it for EDP?
No, Your Honor. I just emailed to you and your court clerk a consent judgment that I and Attorney Newman have agreed to.
Okay.
I
Just
literally
mailed
sent it 10 minutes
You mailed
ago.
it in December, huh?
What was that? No, I emailed it 10 minutes ago to you and your clerk.
Yeah, I get the machine on, so. Let's see if Renee is just getting. Okay. Okay, I have the consent judgment. Both parties being represented by attorneys. Just to make sure, Ms. Deering, you understand what you're agreeing to?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
Your
very
Honor.
much, Your Honor.
And you'll get your copies, okay?
All right. Thank you, Your Honor. And Ms. Deering, I will send you a copy as soon as I receive it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Everyone have a good weekend.
You too.
Thank you.
20347. Oh, your client can leave. Ms. Deering, you may leave the courtroom.
Okay, thank you.
47687 Elite Real Estate versus the occupants. Looking for occupants on East Outer Drive.
Good morning, Your Honor. Vanessa Fluker on behalf of Azaline Harris.
And she's an occupant of the property.
Yeah, we were here before on this, and I filed the answer counter complaint, third party complaint against HUD. Then,
Hold on a minute. Mr. Butchart, is this still your case?
For now, Judge, yes, Ryan Butchart on behalf of plaintiff.
yes, I was not able to get my third party complaint summons, and then the court closed down. So I've been in communications with Mr. Jackson, and hopefully I'll be able to have that within the week. And I can get HUD served, and of course, you know, by statute, that's automatically a removal to federal court, which would have been done but for, you know, the inability to get the summons to serve them.
And Judge, that's why I haven't unloaded the case yet. This is not something likely that I would handle in the federal court, but because we've not been able to move the case with the court closure,
Right.
I've just kind of hung on to see what happens here.
Right. And I have been in communication with Mr. Jackson, so I'm hopeful to have my third party summons within the next week. And of course, you know, I'll just FedEx all this over to the U.S. attorneys. You know, do their removal.
So how much time you need for me to adjourn?
I would say at least 2 weeks. Hopefully, I can allow this contingent. Once I get the third party summons from the court, you know, I can be served within 48 hours. But, you know, I got to get the summons.
Well, you know, this court, I have no control about 2 weeks because the court is just packing up cases that we're trying to catch up from. Mr. Butchart, do you have something to say in this matter?
That's a loaded question, Judge. No, Judge, whatever next date the court has available, obviously my client would like sooner rather than later, but I understand the court's predicament at the moment.
What's the defendant's name again, Ms. Fluker?
Azaline, Azaline. Harris. Yes, Aline. Harris, Harris.
I just put Miss Harris.
Okay, great.
You got a suggestion on the date? It'll probably have to be February sometime.
We'll be gone. I'm assuming that seeing as I have a direct communications with Mr. Jackson, it's not gonna take, hopefully, 3 weeks to get a summons.
Let me see if I can find a date that Mr. Gromer is back. And Mr. Butcher. No such luck. What about Thursday, February 11th at 9:50?
That's fine for me.
Judge, that date is available. I take Ms. Fluker at her word that this will probably be long gone by then, so 9:50?
Yep, 2/11, 9:50. Hopefully that should give all of you enough time to take care of it.
Yep, I'll stay on top of it. Like I said, I'm hopeful I'll get my summons within a week so we can just get it out of there and get it moving.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Thank you,
Your
Judge.
Honor. Happy
Thanks,
New Year
Vanessa.
to you and have a great day. Nice to see you, Brian, as usual, and have a great one.
Likewise,
now.
Vanessa. Take care.
All right.
And a happy
Take
New
care.
Year to you, Ms. Lucas.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
203-48242, City Property Management versus Shamira Bauer, B-O-W-E-R.
It's Shamira. It's Bowers. I'm here.
Mr. Affleck, this is yours.
Yeah, is Mr. Galick listed as the attorney of record, Your Honor?
Yes,
Okay, I guess it is. You said the defendant's name is Bauer?
B-O-W-E-R.
Okay.
It's City Property Management.
Yes, okay. Chris Asstock on behalf of the plaintiff.
Ms. Bauer, are you interested in having an attorney to talk to you about this case and see if you might be, well, Mr. Affleck, is your client interested in the EDP program?
I think they would be willing to to partake in it. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Who do I have? This is a Friday, right? I have Cooper and Pandiyaraj. Who is here? Ms. Cooper.
Yes, Your Honor, I will be happy to speak with Ms. Bowers.
Thank you very much. Okay, Ms. Bauer, we're gonna put you in, Ms. Cooper, you're going to room 2, okay?
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, could you also include Carolyn Cushing with that as well in the breakout room?
Okay. Let's see. Ms. Bauer.
My gosh.
Just having been assigned to room 2. Ms. Bauer. Assigned to room 2. And that's Ms. Cushing. You want to come to room 2 with you? Okay. Okay, that should take care of that. Okay. Let's see what's next.
Honor, this is Brant from Lakeshore Legal Aid. We are prepared to discuss matter 7273 at your pleasure.
Hold on just a second. I have a case before me that has a conditional dismissal in the file already. Let's see.
That may be mine as well.
203-46849 Unix Group versus Kenny Yurko. YURKO. This is Ms. Metarosian's case. Is she here? There she is.
Yes, I am. Good morning. Elaine Marderosian, appearing on behalf of the plaintiff, P33528.
Ms.
Good morning.
Lozinski, this is you. Go ahead.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Brant Lashinsky, P84238 Lakeshore Legal Aid on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Yurko.
Defendant here.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your name for the record, sir?
Kenny Yorko.
Okay. I have this all before me. I'm signing it. Any questions, Mr. Yurko?
No, ma'am.
And in that case, we're ready to go. Both parties being represented by counsel. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
What do you, is that you, Ms. Marderosian, asking the question?
Yes.
What can I do for you?
Oh, just Happy New Year and have a good day.
Oh, thank you. I just didn't hear it. Happy New Year to you too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Marderosian. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Lozinski.
Now, you said you're ready for something, Mr. Lozinski?
We had a matter 7273 still open. We could recall
7273.
Miss Ross's case. Mr. Yurko, you're good to leave the courtroom, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too, sir. 203-47273, Jerome Massey versus Shanita Ross.
I have no idea how to read this shit.
Once again, Joe Horker representing the plaintiff.
In Brant Lashinsky, P84238, representing the defendant, Miss Ross. Your Honor, we are coming closer to an agreement with this matter. Mr. Horka has suggested a move out date of February 8th. Miss Ross has 6 children, and we have suggested or asked for a move out date of March 1st to give her an ample opportunity to be able to find moving and relocation assistance in such a difficult time. Mr. Horka has indicated that his client has rejected that request for a March 1st move out date, and that's where we stand on the matter at this time.
Is this a non-payment of rent case?
It is a non-payment of rent case, Your Honor. Ms. Ross and her family have been in the residence for 6 years, and their arrears are in large part due to pandemic-related struggles in the last year. She's willing to move out with a conditional dismissal. I think that's a very good resolution, but we don't think that her and her 6 children would be able to find anywhere by February 8th. I do understand that a writ executed by then may not be effectuated for a couple weeks after that, but I would just like to ask and advocate for a actual conditional dismissal with a move out date of a month and a half, or approximately a 3/1/21 move out.
Judge, respectfully, my client issued a demand for possession back in July, filed a complaint back in August. Summons was issued in September. Our first court date was end of October, and here we are in January. I indicated to legal aid that we were not interested in participating in EDP about 5 or 6 weeks ago at this point. So Ms. Ross has known about what she needed to do for months now at this point. My client has offered 30 days. I would ask the court to give 30 days, and the parties can further negotiate outside of this courtroom.
So you're saying 30 days, and then a couple of weeks for the writ to be processed?
Judges, that's just the nature of how it would work. By the time we submitted all the paperwork, you signed it, got it back to us, she would get a couple extra weeks.
How about that, Mr. Lizinski?
Well, I'd like to say for the record that Mr. Horka is suggesting a conditional dismissal for that matter. And if she were to leave the property by that specified time, then the action would be dismissed and there would be no eviction on Ms. Ross's record. I would have to have Ms. Ross state that she agreed to that. I can't make that decision for her, obviously, Your Honor. I can talk to her again in a breakout room, or we can ask her if a February 8th, knowing that there would be a couple of weeks and beyond that would be sufficient. My answer now is that it's not, and it's going to be problematic. And I have been actively helping to relocate people, and it's simply impossible that she could be in a safe place with a move out of February 8th.
Ms. Ross, and back in the break room. Which room were you in, Mr. Lizinski?
I'm in room 1, Your Honor.
Ms. Ross, I want you to talk with him and think about this.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You both are already in one, so all you need to do is go back. You see your buttons, Ms. Ross? There we go. Okay. Elite Real Estate versus Gerald Grant, 20348-242.
Morning again, Your Honor. Brian, P66250. I represent the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Santiago, Michigan Legal Services, P57157 on behalf of Gerald Grant. I don't believe he is in the call, Your Honor.
Mr. Grant, are you here? Have we worked on anything, gentlemen?
Judge, we are about 99% worked out. There is one issue between Mr. Santiago and myself that we appear to be both fairly well entrenched on, and I don't know if Your Honor might be willing to lend some of your considerable knowledge and ability to helping us resolve that last issue, but that's kind of where we're at.
I would agree, Judge. We're asking you to channel your Solomon.
Oh dear. What's the issue?
Judge, in the agreement, we've agreed on the amounts, we've agreed on the pay dates. This is Mr. Grant is going to be a recipient of EDP funding. And so the only remaining issue is the language of the payment of the check. Mr. Santiago, I think, has put in something akin to that the check will be considered paid when tendered. I'm sorry, Robert, I don't have it in front of me.
I do. Judge, what I put in is that the check will be mailed by first class mail, and once mailed, it's considered tendered. Mr. Butchart indicated that he wanted the language to be mailed by January 28th of 2021. In my position, I think those are both do the same thing, because saying tendered doesn't mean that it was received. If there's any issues about elite professional not getting their check, I would certainly follow up and make sure that they would do that. But I think, in terms of the language, tendered once mailed and mailed by January 28th, I don't think there's a lot of difference. And I know that in case law, in my experience in contracts or whatever, once a payment is mailed, it is considered, tendered or paid. And if there's any
But you
issues,
understand what's going on with the mail now?
Pardon?
Well, I think that's my issue, Judge, is that I've spent the better part of the last 6 months being frustrated by the argument that I can't process my cases because the mail is slow. And so on the other end of that now, I'm being told that I should accept language that says this is paid when tendered. I think that puts my client in a legal box. I think, frankly, that would be malpractice for me to agree to that because they're tendering it via the mail. And so I can't consider it paid when it's tendered, i.e. mailed. If there's a problem with the check, I don't mean to make a mountain out of a molehill, but because of all of these past 6 months being told that the mail is a huge issue, I just have a problem with saying paid when tendered. If they just simply say we'll mail it by January 28th.
Isn't there something in between there that you guys can come up with?
Well, for me, I'm satisfied if they indicate that they mail it by the 28th, I'm good. And if it takes me a month to get it, or if we never get it, then I can come back to the court, or I can go back to Mr. Santiago in his office, or to the Housing Coalition with the EDP funds and say, hey, listen, we have this agreement, but I'm just not comfortable agreeing that it's paid when tendered.
Now, the only other thing you can do is go, if you want, is go certified mail, then everybody has signatures.
I guess, Judge, I do, I have worked with Mr. Butchart before. I do believe him when he represents to the court that, if there is a problem, he will call me first to figure out what's going on. So in that sense, then I would then concede on this matter. If we can just submit it. Brian, if you just want to cross out that part about considered tendered, then is that okay the rest of the way?
Yeah, everything else we're all good on.
Okay.
That was just sort of our one sticking point. So, but yeah, so that would otherwise then be settled, Judge. So we can.
Or you can add something that says, if not received by such a date, you guys will get together on it.
Yeah, I mean,
I think we're both officers of the court, Judge. We're on the record. We've represented that's what we will do if there's an issue.
Very good.
Contact each other first. So in that sense, I am comfortable if Brian is comfortable and his client.
And I worked with both of you, and I don't think you'd get either of you in trouble with anything.
Oh no, Judge. Robert and I have our battles, but we're okay.
I'm sorry. Let's go with that then, Mr. Santiago.
No,
Okay.
That's fine, Judge. So, Mr. Butchart has the form. I received permission to sign on behalf of my client. If he wants to sign both our names on it, that's
okay.
fine, and then submit it to the court.
Okay, I can do that. All right, Judge, then we'll have that submitted to you in the next, I don't know, well, whenever I finish my next case.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Robert.
All right, thanks, Brian. Thanks, Judge.
Thank you. And I think I have your next case, Mr. I don't know.
Your Honor.
20347-511. Tyra Nicole Property Management versus Linda Robinson.
Good morning once again, Your Honor. RP 6250. I appear on behalf of the plaintiff.
Is there a Linda Robinson here?
Your Honor, Ms. Robinson is actually my client. This is Brant from Lakeshore, P84238. I did speak to her yesterday and she told me she would be appearing. If she hasn't appeared, I would obviously happy to call her and see where she is. If, with your permission, we could resolve Miss Ross's case 7273, and then I could make that phone call.
Lord have mercy. This person that's down here with 7485, what's your name, please? Phone number ending in 7485. What's your name, please?
Clarence Eubanks.
Okay, that's not the person we're looking for.
Nope.
So we'll go on to Ms.
Thank you, Your Honor. While you do that, I'll step away and mail the order on the other matter.
Okay, recalling 20348-242 City Property Management versus Shamira Bauer.
I'm here.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here as well. Chris Asfalk on behalf of the plaintiff.
Your Honor, Wendy Cooper on behalf of and with Ms. Bowers, P78424.
So where are we with this one?
We believe that Ms. Bowers would be eligible for future EDP funds should they be approved. We would like to request an adjournment.
You know, Your Honor, can you confirm the address to this property?
19126 Tireman.
Hey, Katie?
Is that Mr. Rabbit's asking me then?
That was the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Oh. So who was that asking that I confirm the address?
That was me, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, so you're setting down the Tireman address?
Yeah, I'm just give me 1 second. Okay, I see it now. So that's fine, Your Honor. I mean, I don't know if I should talk to Miss Cooper briefly in a breakout room.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Cooper, you were already in breakout room 2, correct?
That is correct.
So, Ms. Asfalk, I will send you to breakout room 2.
Thank you.
And there you guys go.
Your Honor, Mr. Boca and I.
20347-690 Elite Real Estate versus Gerald Grant.
That was the one we just did, Judge, with Brian and I.
Oh, I'm waiting for paperwork, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'll put it over in the paperwork side. 20348-248 Argo Property Management versus Fraud. Kearney is F-E-R-A-U-D, last name C-U-R-N-E-Y. This is a Galet case, and
I asked you to send the Gary
in a breakout room. So
so you can get it. You just send it.
I'll put that back in the stack. 20346-271 Detroit Real Estate Advisors versus Tawana Willis.
Morning, Your Honor. Tim Alpha on behalf of Detroit Real Estate. I believe that Ms. Braley's also in. Fine.
Yes, this is Hillary Braley, P number 82889, here on behalf of the defendant, Tawana Willis, who I believe is here with labeled as Araya's second fire.
Second fire, yes. Hi, Your Honor. Good morning.
Wait a minute, who is it labeled as?
Araya's second fire.
And you are Tawana Willis?
Yes.
Denise, would you change that name for us?
Absolutely. Change my tablet?
I'll do it.
Yeah, she's gonna do it here, so I know who I'm talking to.
No problem. Thank you.
Okay, have you guys worked out anything?
So, Your Honor, this was a case where we had a conditional dismissal, and then Mr. Malafite has applied for a writ today. I would like to state that I didn't get, well,
never mind. Anyway, I think there's a possibility that we might be able to reach a new agreement with the new EDP program. It sounds like we might actually be able to use more assistance for my client. I think Mr. Malafite wanted to go into a breakout room to discuss.
That's accurate, Judge.
The two attorneys in the breakout room?
Yes.
Ms. Brady had already assigned you a breakout room?
Nope, Your Honor, I just got here.
Okay. Then here we go. You'll be in 3.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-oh. Come on, Lord. Breakout rooms are giving me a problem.
Do you want me to just go back on mute until you guys are done?
Why don't you guys call each other?
Okay, Your Honor. Yes, Ms. Willis, I guess if you want to put yourself on mute while I talk to Mr. Malafite.
Okay. No problem. Okay.
No, you guys just call each other and I work on the breakout room.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, I have it now.
Your Honor,
I got breakout room back.
Your Honor, may I? I know, that's what I was getting ready to say. Who was that labeled Judge Millender?
Who is that has my name under their picture?
You're on mute. Who's, yeah.
Yeah, I'm Miss Franklin. I have court this morning, and that's the way it came up on my Zoom.
Well, we're gonna put your name.
Oh, okay. I'll see if I can change it.
Now,
What's your name? What's your name?
Tamika Franklin.
Tamika Franklin.
Yes.
Okay, I see you. All right, I'll change you.
All right, thank you.
Judge, did I hear correctly? We have breakout rooms. Could we use that or no?
Yes, let me see if it hasn't. Yes, so that's Ms. Braley. 3. And this is.
Okay, I got the invitation to room 3. Did you, Mr. Malafite?
I have it as well. I'm going now.
Oh.
Okay, thank you. Are you ready for a new case?
Okay. Or just text us. All right.
Who is that? Who is this? Is this Clarence Eubanks?
That's me.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on mute, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Asphalt, are you ready for a new case or?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay, then I have 20348-248 Argo Property Management versus Farouk Kearney. That's F-E-R-A-U-D, last name C-U-R-N-E-Y.
Chris Asphalt on behalf of the plaintiff. And Your Honor, if you could you give me the address to this property?
16600 Mansfield.
16600 Mans. Okay.
Okay. Anybody is a defendant here? Is there anyone that lives on Mansfield? Farouk Kearney lives on Mansfield. Let's adjourn it, Mr. Have we adjourned a couple of your cases already?
Yes, Judge, to,
Is this a non-payment of rent case?
yes, I believe, let me verify.
I just wanted to check
Yes, it
myself
is.
in
Pennie?
Linda
Hold
Robinson.
on, we're on the record, Miss Linda's phone. Could you hold on one
Yeah.
second?
Don't interrupt, please.
There's no, you see, there's no term. What's attorney, there's no lease.
Mr. Astor, what date did we adjourn the last one and what time?
2:25 at 9:10 a.m.
How about 9? What'd you say, what time?
9:10.
So 9:20. Okay,
Very good.
thank you. Let's pull up the next one. 20343-373, Michigan First Credit Union versus Patricia Shannon.
Ready, Your Honor. Here I am. Good morning. Stephen DeLuca on behalf of the plaintiff, Michigan First Credit Union.
So you standing in for Mr. Holzman?
I'm with his office.
Oh, okay. Is there a Patricia Shannon here? Patricia Shannon. Mr. DeLuca, is your client interested in EDP program?
No, Your Honor. If I could just give a little bit of background on this.
Okay.
I believe Miss Shannon is deceased. Our information is that Patricia Shannon is deceased. I'm a little bit confused about this because the last time that we were in court on this was on October 14th, 2020. And at that time, I believe that Your Honor granted us a writ, but you wanted us to indicate in the writ that any and all occupants have 10 days to vacate. And I haven't been able to confirm it, but I believe that we emailed you a proposed writ to be issued, but for whatever reason, I don't believe it was issued, and instead the court set this hearing. If you need, once you make your ruling, we could submit another writ, but that's where we left off.
I have a writ signed by the court on March 10th.
Yes, that was the first writ, and then the court, because that was just before COVID, the court set another hearing September 30th, and then nobody appeared, and so then the court adjourned the hearing to October 14th to do a door knock. I don't know what the result of that door knock was.
Well, they're not doing them anymore. Can we double check to see if anybody's in there? Because I have a note here from, that was in July. That the place is vacant?
We don't know. We can't tell for sure if it's vacant or not. Last time we checked was in November, and we weren't sure one way or the other.
Well, the case appears not to have occupants. Hold on, let me double check occupants on here. When it was filed with all other occupants.
Right.
Yep. But everything else from then only has Miss Shannon's name on it.
Okay. But we've appeared, this is our fourth hearing on this, and no one's ever appeared.
Well, if it's only had Miss Shannon's name on it. File the writ, but give us enough time to see if there are people in there. You can file the writ. It cannot be executed before January 28th. And that should give them way enough time to file a written hearing.
Okay,
Okay,
that sounds good. Should we email that to Tammy Rice, districtcourt.org?
no, that would be Judge Coleman's clerk who has retired.
That might be the reason why you didn't get our last writ. Sorry about
My
that.
clerk is Renee, but I think it's listed as Denise. Can you go in the break room, Mr. DeLuca, and my court reporter will give you her information.
I'll send it to him, Your Honor.
All right, thank
She
you.
sent it to you, okay?
All right, thanks. Have a good day.
You too.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm doing great.
20347-699 River Towers versus Clarence Eubanks.
Lee Ravitz, P25314 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Your Honor, Wendy Cooper, P78424 on behalf of and with Mr. Eubanks.
Ms. Cooper and I have reached a proposed consent judgment in this matter that would provide the tenant has to vacate by February 5th. If he vacates on time, it'll be deemed a voluntary move, and we will also agree if he vacates on time to vacate the judgment. Counsel and I both agree that's a more than a reasonable resolution of this. However, I understand the tenant may want to address the court.
That is correct, Your Honor. Mr. Eubanks would like to address the court.
I've asked him to unmute. He's muted right now. So I'm
Hold
trying
on
to
for a
get
minute. I thought Mr. Lozinski was representing the defendant in this case.
No, Your Honor. I have filed an appearance in the matter.
Okay,
May I speak?
hold on just a second. Mr. Lozinski, you're not representing this case? I guess not. Okay,
Sorry, Your Honor, my mic wasn't working. No, I'm not. Is there an appearance filed for me on this case?
no, it's just that your name is listed on the defendant's attorney, but I've changed it to Ms. Cooper.
Thank you, Your
Thank you
Honor.
very much. Thank you, Ms. Cooper.
Okay, Mr. Eubanks, you wanted to say something to the court?
Yes, there was a medical situation I had with a combination of sleeping aids that precipitated this whole incident, and I was really hoping that I would be able to remain in my home. However, if I have to leave, I am humbly and respectfully asking to be given 60 rather than 30 days because I had a knee replacement November 16th and I'm walking with a limp right now. And I'm on disability and I live alone and I don't have anyone to help me in this move.
Your Honor, on behalf of the plaintiff, we would strongly object to that. Normally, this tenant would only be given an additional 10 days. This has been going on since July. What he did was, if the court wants me to detail it, is rather atrocious to what he did to another tenant, another woman tenant in the building, and that other tenant needs protection from this man as well. And we have agreed after much negotiation to give him an extended period of time and all these other benefits. We absolutely would not agree to give him any more time than February 5th. And if the court wants me to go through what happened here, I'd be happy to.
No, thank you. And Mr. Eubanks, I only have authority till the end of January. It's a non-payment of rent case. Is that true, Mr.?
Termination of tenancy case, Your Honor.
It's a what?
Termination of tenancy case.
Well, even better, I have no authority until the end of January. And they're giving you till the beginning of February. And we adjourned this matter once already because of your knee surgery.
Well, I understand if they refuse, then I'll just have to deal with it. I'm limping right now, and I don't have full range of motion in my ability to walk. But if I cannot receive any mercy in this matter, then so be it.
Well, I think plaintiff considers that they have given you that by giving you the 30 days. Normally you would get only 10 days.
I understand.
Ms. Cooper, anything to say?
No, Your Honor, we have been back and forth with the plaintiff, and I think that we've reached a fair agreement. They've been more than willing to help us extend the time. I am happy with the matter, and I hope that Mr. Eubanks would understand. He has had some.
I can't change it. I cannot change it. And I'm trying to say from all what they alleged to be some information as to what happened, as to why they're asking you to leave, because that would then be on the record.
I don't think that's necessary, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Ms. Cooper, what did you say?
I don't think it's necessary to go over what happened, Your Honor. I think that, we've had this matter adjourned a couple times. I've been in contact with Mr. Eubanks about the need to terminate his tenancy.
And I surely can't get you to 60 days, sir. Okay, do you understand, Mr. Eubanks?
Yes.
Are you willing to sign the paperwork or give your attorney permission to sign the paperwork?
Yes. I'd like to say that I did talk to the woman. I entered her apartment on the altered state of consciousness, and I apologized to this woman, and she accepted my apology. I just want that to be for the record.
Well, it is apparently not enough for the plaintiff, and they're the one who filed the case.
I understand.
Okay, Ms. Cooper and Mr. Roberts, you can get the paperwork to me?
Yes. Ms. Cooper, you've already seen the judgment. Is it all right if I sign your name to it?
Yes, Your.
Okay, we'll submit it to you, Judge. Thank you. Everybody have a good weekend.
Thank you, Mr. Evans.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Cooper, good working with you. Have a good weekend.
You as well.
Your Honor, may I check some people in?
Yes, you may.
The person whose phone is labeled Linda's iPhone, what's your name, please?
Linda Robinson.
Okay, you hold on one second for me. What time was your case scheduled for? Do you know?
No, ma'am, I can't find the paper.
Can't find the paper.
Denise, that's 920 is her case. She's case ending 511.
511, Brian?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, there we are. We did her already, Your Honor. Did we do her already?
I think it was going to be recalled.
Okay. And then the person that I have to find you. Somebody checked in with a phone number.
Hello?
Yes, ending in 6053. What's your name, please? Phone number.
Harris.
Say what it is. What is it?
Shatai Harris. Last name Harris.
First name is Shatan.
Yes, Shatye.
Okay, I have you. Okay, Yana. Thank you.
Now, what's the case that was going to be recalled?
Judge, that was
Pennie.
case ending 511. I don't know if Lisinski was on the other side of that one as well. I'm not sure if he's ready to have that called or if he needed some conversation with his client first.
Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. This is, is this the matter with Ms. Robinson?
Hold on just a second, Ms. Brayley. Yes, Mr. Lisinski. Are you ready for that one?
Yeah, we can call that case, Your Honor. There's some factual issues that need to be resolved with the, the merits of it, but I would be asking for an adjournment already on this to answer those questions. I don't need to comment on it if it hasn't been called yet, but let me know what
It was in the stack to be recalled. Mr. Bouchard.
Yes, Judge.
Is the problem with adjourning this case?
I don't think so, although we had some communications, Mr. Lisinski and I, last week. My client is telling me that an EDP has already been worked out on this through the Housing Coalition. It looks like, based on a chat with Mr. Lisinski this morning, sorry, Brant.
it's actually correct. It's the Lisinski, Brian. Thank you.
Okay. With Mr. Lisinski this morning, it sounds like maybe they believe that would have been worked out through Wayne Metro. In any event, my client hasn't received the payment yet. So yeah, we do need to work some things out. I'm not sure what factual issues Mr. Lisinski may be referring to, but
yeah,
seemed to me the parties.
Sure, thank you. Looking at my notes, it actually does say UCHC and not Wayne Metro, but
can I speak on it? I'm Linda Robinson, or do I have to wait to be called?
You have to wait.
Okay.
Your Honor, if Mr. Bouchard is amenable to it, I would ask for an adjournment for this matter so that we can answer these questions outside of court and not take up the court's time with uncertainties.
I would be happy to adjourn, Judge. I think my only issue is that as I understand it, the adjourn dates are being put out fairly far. So it's a little tough for me to sell to my client, but I'll be able to.
Anybody here from UHCH, United Housing Coalition? Ms. Brayley?
Yes.
So do you need to talk to Mr. Lisinski to see about, I'm trying to figure out when to adjourn this to.
Okay, so this isn't a case that I have been working on. What is the?
Apparently they've already filed.
Your Honor, if you would like, I would be happy to, and very happy to speak with my client, Ms. Robinson, in a breakout room, and then I can report back in a moment if you like.
Yes, I would definitely like that. Ms.
Okay.
Robinson?
Yes.
We're going to put you in the breakout room with the attorney so we can try and figure out some of this, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Linda Robinson, right?
Yes, ma'am. LYNDA.
And that's breakout room 1. Being assigned to room 1.
And I'm messaging Grant some information right now.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now, Judge Millender, if I may, this is Brant again, P8423. Before I go in the breakout room, I did want to say that Mr. Horka and I had come to a resolution on matter 7273 for Ms. Ross.
What's the case number?
It is suffix 273.
Worked on something?
We do have a conditional dismissal agreed upon. I believe Mr. Horka is going to send to the court.
Correct, Your Honor. I already sent it to Renee, actually.
Okay. Ms. Ross, you understand what this agreement is?
I do.
And you're agreeable to it?
Yes.
Okay, send it over.
Were you recalling it on the case, on the record, Your Honor?
Now I am 20347-273 Jerome Macy versus Shanita Ross.
Morning, Joe Horka, P75969, representing Jerome Massey.
And I have the dismissal in my hands now. I'm signing the conditional dismissal. There any problems from anybody?
None,
No, Your Honor.
Your Honor, can Mr. Lisinski put his appearance on the record?
Absolutely. Brent Lashinsky, P84238, Lakeshore Legal Aid, on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Ross.
Okay, thank you.
I've signed it. Thank you very much. Now you're going in the breakout room with the other person,
That
okay?
is correct. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Ross. You may leave the courtroom.
Yes, Ms. Ross, you may leave the courtroom. 20348-245 Argo Property versus Devontae Rule.
Morning, Judge. Chris Asfalk on behalf of the plaintiff.
Sorry, Your Honor, what was the last three of that case number?
254.
Thank you.
Hold on just a second. I've got a case that came in. Okay. Did we get all the appearances? Is there a Devontae Rule here? Devontae Rule. Someone's connecting to audio. Devontae Rule. Lives on Hamburg Street. Looking for a Devontae Rule that lives on Hamburg Street. Okay. Mr. Asphalt, you returned a couple of your cases, correct?
Correct.
What date? The 25th, I believe it is?
The 225, Your Honor.
225. And what was the last time?
Believe it was 9/20.
9:30. Recalling 20347-690 Elite Real Estate versus Gerald Grant.
Morning, Your Honor. Brian, on behalf of the plaintiff.
I have the dismissal now and I'm signing it.
Robert Santiago, Michigan Legal Services, P57157. Thanks, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, I've signed it. Anything else coming? 20346-559. Is it Abdallah Hussein? versus Natasha Davis. I saw Mr. Abbott come in, but who knows where he's gone. Ms. Brady, this was yours.
Please try again in a moment.
Everybody. All right, so everybody comes back. Ms. Braley.
Judge, I think she may be on the phone with Miss Willis right now.
Yep.
Sorry, Judge. Was this the Natasha Davis case?
Yes.
I know that Ms. Braley had asked me to make the court aware that they have come to an agreement, but she wanted the opportunity to place the terms on the record, and there she is.
Abbott,
Was this the Abbott case?
Yes, the 203465559, Abdallah Hussein versus Natasha Davis.
Okay, yes, Your Honor. I don't know if we need to, presumably we need to wait for Abbott to come back. We do have a conditional dismissal, but I would really like to read the terms into the record.
Well, email Mr. Abbott.
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell him we're waiting. 20348-257, Argo Property Management versus Danielle Wright.
Good morning, Judge. Chris Asfalk on behalf of the plaintiff.
Is there a Danielle Wright? Danielle Wright? Danielle Wright. Mr. Ossoff, I'm running on out of room on the 25th. How about we go to the 26th?
That's fine, Judge.
February 26th at 9 a.m., okay?
Okay.
Anybody out of the breakout room that needs to talk to me?
Hello?
This is Brant from Lakeshore P84238. We have a matter with regarding Miss Robinson and with Mr. Bouchard. I've returned from the breakout room. I can discuss.
And what's the case number, the last three?
That is case 511. Thanks.
Yes, I have it right here. Recalling 20347-511, Tyra Nicole Property Management versus Linda Robinson.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Brian Butchart, P66250 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Brant Lashinsky, P84238 on behalf of the defendant.
Your Honor, I was just reading the chat that Mr. Lashinsky sent to me, which essentially concludes with let's adjourn and sort it out. I agree based on the other information he's put in that chat. So I'm happy to adjourn this matter, Judge. It sounds like this is going to get resolved.
And how far are we talking about an adjournment?
I understand you're putting things out roughly 2-3 weeks, so I can't imagine we would need longer than that. Would you, Bryant?
No, that will be fine.
By January, I can't do any more. So how about
February would be helpful, Your Honor. Absolutely, thank you. I would prefer it to be in February.
days are you here?
I am in your court on Fridays. That's my one day that I'm assigned to the docket for your court, Judge Millender. But I can appear on other days.
Now, let me ask a question. You guys thinking you can settle this?
Yeah, Judge, this is a matter of, this is an EDP case, and it sounds like there just may have been some delay in communications and what have you. It sounds like the funds have been secured through the EDP program. We just need to figure out where they are in the process. And so I have every reason to believe this is going to settle.
I agree. And Your Honor, it certainly is. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It looks like I've added you to February 12th at 9:10.
That is correct.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
That will work, Judge. Hopefully we'll have a dismissal to you before then.
Please, if not, I have to adjourn it again.
You said
Because I
that
can't
time
do
is,
it, that date is already. I will be in trouble with February 12th.
okay. And you said 9:10 for the time on that, Judge?
Yes, 9:10.
Okay.
If it's settled, we're all right. If it's something else, you guys are in trouble.
All right. It's the pressure on us. Thank you, Judge. Appreciate it. Thanks, Grant.
Thank you, Judge Millender. Thank you.
Absolutely, the pressure's on
Mr.
you.
Bouchard.
Take care, Judge. Good seeing you.
Anything else?
That's it for me. Thank you.
Anything else out of the breakout room we can settle?
Yes, Judge. We do have the Detroit Real Estate, Tawana Willis.
Last three numbers of the case?
That would be 271.
Right here. Two zero three four six 271 Detroit Real Estate Advisors versus Tawana Willis.
All right, good morning once again, Your Honor. Tim Malafide on behalf of Detroit Real Estate.
And this is Hillary, yeah, this is Hillary Braley, P number 82889 on behalf of the defendant Tawana Willis, who is here.
Your name, put your name on the record, Ms. Willis.
Tawana Willis.
Thank you. So, do we have an agreement, good people?
Sadly, Judge, we made an attempt. I had an opportunity to speak both to Ms. Braley as well as to my representatives from my client who's actually here today. And at this point, Judge, they just want to have they want the writ for the eviction. We did have the reinstatement. That's the whole point of this. Unfortunately, Ms. Willis did not abide by the terms that we had there. Payments were not made, and we're just trying to get the writ put in place.
Is this a non-payment of rent or a termination?
Termination, Judge.
Ms. Braley, anything from you?
Well, Your Honor, at this point, if, okay. Sorry,
If
I'm
I
just
can
looking at
say
the case.
something, please, Ms. Willis, can Ms. Willis say something?
Hold on a second. I don't want you to say
Well,
anything. Let Ms. Braley finish.
Yeah, I was going to say that, you know, we're going to use the CDC declaration to keep us in there until the end of January. But my understanding is that when you've been issuing writs, that's basically how you've been doing it anyway. There were issues with repairs. There were issues, just communication issues. My client was in the hospital for an extended period of time. I think that it sounds promising that the new eviction diversion program could potentially offer more assistance that my client would be eligible for. But at this point, I'm not sure.
Mr. Melvin, your client isn't interested in eviction diversion?
Judge, this case actually predates the pandemic. We went all the way back here and originally
But you
filed
got
this
the
back.
money.
And back in February, Judge, they simply want to have, they're done with it.
Yes, although I would like to point out, as Ms. Willis said, that they did get a payment of $4,850 from the United
Which they
Community
didn't
Housing
have to take.
Coalition.
They could have told me to
Hold on,
move.
Ms. Willis, hold on, Ms.
Ms.
Willis.
Willis,
What were you saying, Ms. Brady?
I was saying that they did get a check from the United Community Housing Coalition for the full amount that we had agreed upon, which I believe was the full $4,850.
And when did they get that?
That would have been, the check was issued October 21st.
So then the only thing that's left to be paid is November, December, and January, correct?
No.
There was a tenant portion that was not paid. As I said, my client was in the hospital for a month and a half. She was to make 2 payments, and that did not happen. It sounds like there was some more miscommunication. From what I can tell, the parties in this case don't communicate particularly effectively, and there have been a lot of issues going back and forth with them.
How much was Ms. Willis to pay?
I believe it was $1,060 split into 2 payments.
And she was working at that point?
No, she's been on unemployment.
Your Honor.
And then she went into the hospital.
Your Honor. Nobody asked her to sign that. When we put everything together, it was all done completely voluntarily. She knew what she was signing when she put it together. That payment wasn't going to come sometime in the very far future. It was due some 2 weeks after that. She had assured us beforehand that she had that money. Not a dime has been seen.
Well,
Not a repair. It's from.
Excuse
Okay, Ms. Willis.
So wait a minute, not a dime has been sent, except you got the $4,000 from,
almost 5. It was almost $5,000. And also, I doubt that my client anticipated going into the hospital for a month and a half.
Absolutely. Did you do any work, Mr. Malfett? I'm
Absolutely, Judge. We actually have Ms. Clark here, who is the person who's in charge of making sure that all of that stuff got done. We had quite a bit of pushback, actually, from Ms. Willis. We did bring, and I believe that I supplied the court with various proofs of the things that we were trying to get done. In fact, we're trying to get more done, but unfortunately, it's been very difficult in order to even get in to make that happen. If you'd like, you can feel free to ask Ms. Clark any questions that you would like.
And Your Honor, this is Hillary Braley again, if I may interject. Part of the arrangement that we had come to after we initially did this conditional dismissal was that they would come and change the locks so that there would not be an issue with them getting into the property to get work done. And the locks were changed. And then my client was in the hospital for a month and a half. So I'm not sure when people would have shown up to the house in an attempt to make repairs and then been turned away when my client was in the hospital and they had keys to the property.
Come on, let me say this. She did not anticipate, I would assume she did not anticipate being in the hospital for that length of time. I would suggest you guys work out a new agreement for her to move and some things to get worked out, because I'm surely not going to enter you guys need to talk some more and work something out, Mr. Melfett. And tell your client it's that judge that does it all the time. Okay? Let's go in the breakout room and you guys see if you can work something out. Mr. Brakeman, Brady, you're in a breakout room. You have a room already, don't you?
I'm already in a breakout room with Mr. Malafite. I think we're in room 3.
Judge?
Go back in there, because of course now I'm having problems again with the breakout.
Judge?
Yes.
If I may, I'll quickly talk to Ms. Braley, and I'd like to if I could check in with Judge Archer. I just have to set a date with her. I got a call just a moment ago from Tammy, but it'll only take me a moment.
Go right ahead.
Thank you so much.
20346-317, Life Tax Investing versus Charday Reed.
Good morning, Judge Chris Asfalk on behalf of the plaintiff.
Is Mr. McCarty in here?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm right here. I'm sorry.
So you're representing the defendant?
I don't, which case is this? I don't believe so.
Your name is on here, but it's 20346-317. Defendant living on Manning Street, Life Hacks Investing.
Supposed to be Donovan McCurry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was expecting Harrison. I apologize. Yes, this is ours. I believe this is Charday Reed. Okay. I think Miss Reed is on the line. I've been, would I have be able to have a moment to speak to Miss Reed in a breakout room? I believe that she's moved out of the property, if I am not mistaken, but.
Miss Reed, are you the phone number that ends in, what is it, 5194?
No, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Oh, there she is there. Okay, I found her.
Okay.
My breakout rooms are working when they want to. I'm having problems with the breakout room again. So you need to talk to your client?
I can give my phone number to Miss Reed if she wants to call me. I think she might already have it, but I'm happy to give it again.
Yeah, I believe so. The number that I texted this morning.
Did you, let me check.
You had someone had texted me that I didn't know the room information. Someone texted
Oh,
me the room information.
that's my number.
Okay.
So can you guys talk another way while I give the breakout room assignment some time to rest and then it comes back up?
Yep, that sounds good. So I'll put myself on mute, and Miss Reed, if you want to put yourself on mute or just call me, however that works.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I see Mr. Abbott has come in. Weren't we waiting for him on some case?
Yes, Your Honor, it was with me again. Hillary, sorry.
Recalling 20346-559, Abdallah Hussein versus Natasha Davis.
Good morning, Judge Millender. My name is James Abbott, P26085. I represent the plaintiff.
And this is Hillary Braley, P number 82889 on behalf of the defendant. Natasha Davis, she is not here. And we have a conditional dismissal prepared, Your Honor, and I was hoping to read the terms of it into the record.
Okay, looks like I've already signed it, but okay, go ahead.
Okay, so the landlord is going to waive $360 of the past due balance. The UCHC is going to pay $3,390 to the landlord. We're also going to pay an additional $1,200 towards future rent. That's $700 towards this month and $500 towards February. The tenant does not have a program portion of the past due rent. Nothing is due for her. And the landlord is also going to waive the remaining $200 of rent for February. Going forward in March, the tenant will be responsible for her regular rent amount of $700 as set forth in her lease that both parties agreed to back in January of 2020. And that amount is what will be used for future rent unless and until parties reach a new written agreement.
Is that the agreement, Mr. Abbott?
I'm trusting Hillary didn't alter the terms of the previously signed consent judgment.
I did not.
I'm sure she didn't either. So I have it here. I can go ahead. Well, I've already signed it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And there's somebody else here.
I've got two more conditional dismissals, Your Honor.
Hold on just a second. Did we finish the Sade Reed case? Or people in,
Hillary, just go to the breakout room now.
you said Sade Reed? Yep. That's the one they were gonna talk on the phone?
Right, that's what, yes, they're talking on the phone right now.
Your Honor,
Yes?
I apologize. Since I went out to Judge Archer's, it looks like my breakout room, I don't have access to it. Could you just invite me back to the one with Ms. Braley?
Well, the breakout rooms, everybody's having problems. Let me see if I can get them back up now. Let me hold on a second. Denise, would you find out who the person is on 9443? And who's the iPhone person?
Yes, ma'am, I did. I'm gonna, I chatted them, so I'm gonna change it now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Hold on, ma'am, 1 second.
I have my breakout rooms again. So who wants to go in breakout rooms?
Ms. Braley and I, Tim Malafine and Hillary Braley, need one.
Yes. I'm still in room 3, so if you want to
Oh,
assign
yeah.
him.
Yep, Ms. Braley is still in room 3, and I'll move Mr. Downflat down.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
There.
Okay. There you guys go. Let's see what else I had in here. Is Ms. Cooper out yet?
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm here.
What about city property management versus Ms. Bauer? Are we ready on that one?
Yes, Judge Chris Asphalt on behalf of the plaintiff.
Well, let me recall it. 20348-242, city property management versus Shamir Bauer.
Your Honor, I was just advised by my office that on January 6th, they sent in a dismissal on this case. So this case is dismissed.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Is that Ms. Bowers?
Yes, ma'am.
They're dismissing the case against you.
Okay.
We're looking for that in our stack over here.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is Wendy Cooper. Could we be provided with a copy of that dismissal as well?
Of course, soon as we find it, because you may have to send it again to us.
I was not involved in the case.
Who was the attorney on that one, Mr. Asphalt? Can you send us another copy of the dismissal?
Yes, I will. When do you want me to email you the dismissal as well, Wendy?
Yes, I'll put my email in the chat.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
On ending in 9443.
Yes, this is Henry Hughes.
What's the name, sir?
Henry Hughes.
Okay. Oh,
who's the lady, the iPhone that has the white T-shirt on?
White T-shirt on.
not you, Mr.
The
Hughes.
lady, yes.
We have you. iPhone, what's your name?
Henry Hughes.
Not you,
I don't
Mr.
have,
Hughes. Oh, no,
you
Mr.
can't
Hughes.
see me.
Mr. Hughes.
Mr. Hughes,
Yes.
we got to take
Khadijah
care of
Moore.
it.
We good with you, Mr. Hughes. You okay? Okay?
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Right. All right.
All right.
Khadijah Moore.
Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
No, where you going? No, you
Oh.
ain't- hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hold on till your case is called. So
Okay.
iPhone use more.
Khadijah Moore. Can you hear me? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Are you
Okay, thank you.
Are you on twice or just once?
Just once that I know of.
Okay. Did you have a phone number ending in 5194? Is that your number?
No, ma'am. It's ending in 1826.
Okay.
And did you find her, Denise? Because now we have an LG K20 Plus.
Okay, 1 second, Yana.
Okay. Everybody can take a 1-minute break while we get other people set up.
They're coming in kind of fast for me. So Ms.
I am
Moore.
5194 Iana Johnson.
Okay, hold on, Ms. Johnson. I'm gonna come back to you, okay?
All righty, thank you.
Okay, Ms. Moore, let me rename you.
Okay.
J-M-O-R-E. Okay, so you're, and then Ms. Johnson, you said you're 5194? 5194, I mean, 5194? Hello, phone number?
Yes,
ending-
ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
I got you. 519.
Iana Johnson.
Right, I'm gonna name you, rename you, right? E-Y-A-N.
Hello? E-Y-A-N-A.
Please don't say until we call your case.
Okay, so Miss Day, you Sade Reed, right? The one that's phone number is D-A-A-Y. Are you Sade Reed?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Can you change me to Brad Pitt, Denise?
You funny. I could, but. Okay, the phone number that's LGK20 plus. What's your name, please?
My name is Dariana Jackson.
What, Jaden?
Oh.
What, Miss Jackson?
Yes.
What time was your case scheduled for?
They said 10:55. I did get a paper in the mail saying court was on the 18th, but then I had got a text message saying I had court today.
Do you happen to have your case number?
Yes, I do. One moment.
Thank you.
It's 203-46744.
744.
Yes.
Hey, Renee, I may need you to look that up.
Three, 4, 6, 7, 4, 4.
Is that right, Ms. Johnson? 744. The last three of your number is 744, Ms.
The last three of it, yes, it's 744.
Her
No,
name
Mrs.
is Jackson, right?
Yes.
It's scheduled for January 19th at 8:40.
Okay, thank you.
You're free to go then now.
Did everybody that's scheduled, that's got phones, let's see.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, we've got
Hi.
everybody scheduled now.
I was trying to see if I'm scheduled. My name is Gail Williams.
I'm getting ready to call it right now, Ms. Williams.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Well, let me hold on to that. I have the proof of service for Ms. Williams, but I don't have the right file. Hold on. 20348-245.
Yes.
Are you on Chester Street?
Well, it was on Mendota, 9125 Mendota. And this, what's this, the Harrison, the city, I don't know, who's this lawyer? Trowbridge Law Firm.
Yes, this case is mine, Your Honor, Chris Asphalt. The address of the property is 9125 Mendota.
Well, okay, it looks like one of the notice to appears is in the wrong file. Let me hand this to Renee and see. Here's the proof of service for this one. And this is 690. Just hold on a minute, Ms. Williams. We're gonna straighten out the file, okay?
All right, thank you.
Okay, let me head to this next one. 20346-649 Harbor Residential versus Matthew Wilson.
Good morning. Gary Sagatti, Your Honor, P39047 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Is there a Matthew Wilson here?
Your Honor, this is Brant Lashinsky, P84238, Lakeshore Head. We had contact with Mr. Wilson last fall regarding a possible EDP application, but after multiple attempts via email and phone, including yesterday by myself, we have had no contact with him.
And Your Honor, Gary Sagatti, my client submitted the EDP application to Mr. Lansky, and we're requesting at this point a default judgment. This is our third hearing, and Mr. Wilson was present at the first one.
I do have a couple of notes in here. Is this a non-payment rent case?
Yes.
I don't mind doing the default judgment, but I have to give them, I have to give them till the end of January to make the payment.
That would fine. I can submit an order that payment must be made by January 31st, or writ can issue on February 1st.
31st is a Sunday, I think.
Well, I'll adjust it then to just February 1st.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Okay, I'll submit that.
Thank you. Okay, recalling 20348-245, the case of City Property Management versus Gail Williams.
Hello, this is Gail Williams.
Chris Asphalt on behalf of the plaintiff.
Ms. Williams, do you have an attorney?
No, I don't.
Is this a non-payment of rent case?
Yes.
That's what they say. I haven't lived at 9125 since February of 2020. That's when I moved out. because they didn't comply with the property. They're supposed to do repair work, and the federal Section 8 stopped their rent payment as of January the 31st, 2020. And I had to move. Hello?
You probably need one of our free attorneys to help you straighten this out, okay?
Okay.
Let's see. This is a Friday.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Indra Pandiraj from Lakeshore Legal Aid. I'll be happy to talk to the client.
I was just getting ready to ask you how to pronounce your last name, and how do I do that?
That's Miss Pandiraj.
Pandiraj, okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Williams, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Pandiraj, okay?
All right.
So you guys can talk this over.
Thank you.
I think that will be breakout room 4.
Your Honor, I would also request Ms. Carolyn Cushing from Lakeshore Legal Aid to be added to the breakout room with me.
Okay, let me find everybody. Let's see. There it is. Bill Williams, assigned to 4. Ms. Pandiraj, assigned to 4. Now, what's the assistant's name you want me to assign?
Miss Carolyn.
First name is what?
First name is Carolyn.
Carolyn. And the last name is?
Cushing.
Spell it for me.
Cushing.
Carolyn Cushing, is that it?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Assigned to room 4. Everybody ready?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. And that would be breakout room 4. Let me go back and see if I can check up on some rooms here. Mr. McCarty, didn't I see him out here? No.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here now.
Okay. Shall I recall the life hacks case? Recall it to, I'm sorry?
Oh, no, sorry, go ahead.
20346-317, Life Hacks Investing versus Sharday Reed.
Chris Asphalt on behalf of the plaintiff.
Donovan McCarty, P80907 on behalf of Ms. Reed.
And Ms. Reed is here. So have we worked out anything?
Your Honor, I haven't had a chance to speak to Mr. Asphalt. I did try to message him, but I'm not sure if he saw it. But I know that we were previously trying to work out EDP on this. I was wondering if his client was still interested in EDP with the new money that might be coming available. And if they would be interested in an adjournment to continue working out EDP.
I can put you guys in a breakout room now.
Okay.
I still haven't received the dismissal. I couldn't find it.
Let's see, Mr. Asphalt, you're already in room 2, correct? Or you had been in room 2 with Ms. Cooper.
Right, so. Okay, I see it now, Your Honor. Thank you.
And Mr. McCarty, I'm gonna see if I can put you in room 2.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
As long as nobody else jumps in there. See if that works. Is Bruce Braley out of her? Let's try this. Recall in 20346-271 Detroit Real Estate versus Juana Willis.
Diane Wyrock on behalf of Detroit Real Estate.
I thought Mr. Milefat was this case.
And this was one time adjournment, and I can't,
Who needs to cut their mic off?
That was Miss Wyrock, but
I'm gonna set that one aside. Let's go back to the new cases. 20348-260 City Property Management versus Shaquana, SHAQUANA Oldham.
I'm here.
Please tell us your name when you start talking.
My name is Shaquana Oldham.
Okay, so the defendant is here. And who's representing Gaelic again? That's Mr. Alphabet, and I think he must be in the breakout room too.
right.
So let me set that one aside for a minute. 20346-549 Godfrey Brown versus Shatay Harris, SHATYE Harris. This is Mr. Abbott's case.
Good morning, Judge.
Shatai Harris is here, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, what?
This is Shatai Harris. I'm here.
Oh, you're the defendant is here. Okay, Mr. Abbott.
Good morning, Judge Millender. My name is James Abbott. I'm a lawyer, P26085. I believe we've struck a consent judgment by way of.
Well, I don't have anything.
Your Honor, this is Cooper on behalf of Shatai Harris. Can I be put into a breakout room with Mr. Abbott?
With Mr. Abbott?
Yes, please.
I'm sorry. Do we not have a conditional dismissal here?
I don't believe we do in this case.
Huh.
Let's just put the two of you in a breakout room.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So Ms. Cooper, I'm going to move you to.
I was in two.
Yeah, but a couple other people are in there now. I'm moving you to room 5.
Thank you.
And Mr. Abbott,
Yes.
I'm moving you to 5 too. Assigning you to room 5. Mr. Abbott, you get your information about your room? Yep, he's going now.
Your Honor.
20346-705 Royal Rose Properties versus Nicole Quick. Is Mark Landau here? He's the, or it says in here that he's the attorney.
It looks like he's away from his desk, Judge.
Your Honor.
Who's that trying to speak to me?
That'd be Tim Malafide, Your Honor. Ms. Braley and I had a chance to talk in the breakout room. At least we think we may be able to come up with some kind of solution. We just wanted to quick discuss with you.
I think Ms. Brady is in a breakout room now.
Oh, she's
No, I'm right here.
Judge.
You didn't recognize me without the waving arms.
Yes. So what is that case number? The last three?
Last three is 271.
Okay, here we go. Recalling 20346-271 Detroit Real Estate Advisors versus Tawana Willis.
Morning once again, Your Honor.
Appearances, please.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning once again, Your Honor. Tim Malafide, P72339 on behalf of Detroit Real Estate.
Hillary Braley, P number 82889 on behalf of Tawana Willis, who is also here with us.
Tawana Willis. Your Honor, I had an opportunity
Hold on, Ms. Willis, are you
speak to
still
Ms.
here?
Braley.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge, at this time, Ms. Braley and I, at least tentatively, we think that we might be able to create some sort of consent judgment, but the thing that was important to us that we wanted to ask the court about is if we're able to put something together once we hammer out all of the details. We know the court has a very, very busy docket. Can we just send something in so that we can, because we wanted to get it done within the week. We don't have to go back on the record. We just wanted to know if it's possible for us to put something together, send it into the court so that we can get it moving.
What I can do is I can put it out to say February, and if you guys, hold on, and if you guys settle it by then you can send the paperwork in. I can't do it in a week. Everything's jammed up in a week.
So for clarification's sake, if we send in the paperwork, we can make sure that it is signed before that, even if we don't go on the record, that's fine?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay, so that's really what we were looking for, Judge. So we can get, Hillary, I don't know, what do you think in terms of at least getting a date so that if we have to, talk about it, should we even set something in February? We should probably do something.
Yes, I think we should have I don't know, Your Honor, if you want to set a review date or a date for us to come back, but I do think we should have something.
That's what we'll do. We'll set it as a review date, and if it's settled, then you'll send me the paperwork. If not, then we'll see you guys on that day. You understand, Mr. Malafide? And Ms. Brady, you're Friday, right?
Work.
You're Fridays, Mrs. Brady, correct?
No, actually, I'm Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, here I have about Wednesday, February 10th.
Okay.
We should probably go further than that, Judge. We've got, part of this is going to have to do with the potential new EDP. And if I understand correctly, at least when we're talking about it, we feel comfortable in saying that it's not going to happen anytime before the 15th.
So are we talking like February 24th?
That seems okay to me.
That's fine for me.
Yeah.
2/24 at 9 a.m.?
Could we do 10, Your Honor?
10 a.m. fine for me. Ms. Brady, is 10 a.m. all right for you?
I'm in your courtroom all morning, so absolutely.
So we'll set it as a review date. If you guys settle it, you'll send in the paperwork.
Yes.
Note that it was sent for a re-review, and I'll sign it. If not, I'll see you that day, okay?
Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So I think that means that Ms. Clark and Ms. Willis can both leave. Is that right, Your Honor?
Yes.
Sure is.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Hillary, I'll be in touch. I'll check in with you after lunch.
Okay, sounds good.
What do you want me to do?
You can leave,
Leave?
Ms. Willis.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Bye.
20348-263 Argo Property Management versus Tomika Franklin.
Tamika Franklin here, Your Honor.
Is it Tamika Franklin? Okay.
Yes.
Morning, Judge Chris Asbalk on behalf of the plaintiff.
Is this a non-payment of rent case?
It is, Your Honor.
Ms. Franklin, would you like to speak to one of our free attorneys?
Yes, ma'am.
Who do I have available?
Your Honor, this is Brant from Lakeshore P84238. I'd be happy to speak to Ms. Franklin.
Thank you. Ms. Franklin, I'm going to, Mr. Lazinski, are you already in? You have a room already?
I'm assigned to room 1, Your Honor.
Do you automatically put me in there? Or do I
I'm
have
getting
to?
ready to do it right now.
Okay, I just want to know if I had to do anything. Thank you.
All you have to do is accept.
Oh.
Right there. May I ask for the case number one more time? Please.
20348-263.
Thank you very much.
Your Honor, this is Wendy Cooper. We're out of the breakout room.
And what room was that? What's the last three of the case?
549.
Recalling 20346-549, Godfrey Brown versus Shantae Harris.
Good morning, Judge
Appearances,
Millender.
please.
James
Go
Abbott, for the
ahead.
plaintiff.
Good
Your Honor,
morning.
Wendy Cooper on behalf of with Ms. Harris.
Ms. Harris here?
Speaking, Shatai Harris. I'm here.
Okay. So did you guys work out something or not?
Yes, Your Honor, we would be requesting an adjournment for a chance to pursue EDP.
Mr. Abbott, is that agreeable with you?
Yes.
How long an adjournment are we looking for? February or March?
February.
They tell me some of the judges are using March to make sure it's a good date.
I would agree to that, Your Honor.
But how about February 25th?
That's too far out.
February 17th or 18th?
Close on 8. What about that first or second week of February?
I think I'm already full on those dates for adjourning. I'm double checking. You understand, Mr. Abbott, if I set it for the second week, we're probably gonna have to adjourn it again to make sure the money is in.
Understand, I'll take that chance.
Because I have you with 3 cases on February 11th, and I've already added 1 to it. 1 to each of them. Then I'll take a chance on you too.
Yeah, we're amenable. As soon as the money becomes available, we'll be working on an EDP. There's no factual dispute here. It's just paperwork.
How about February 11th at 9:20?
9:20.
Yes.
I think I can get up by then.
That's fine, Your Honor.
2/11 at 9:20.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you, Jim.
And I'm noting for myself that you're amenable to another adjournment.
Yes, whatever it takes.
Yep. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, can Ms. Harris be dismissed?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Your Honor, I had a matter on the docket at 9:30 that I don't believe was called.
And you are again?
I'm sorry, Christopher Asphalt on behalf of Argo.
What's the name and the case number?
Well, the name on it is Argo versus West. And the case number is hard for me. It looks like 254 or 251.
Can you help us out, Mr. Dees?
Yes, Your Honor. It wasn't called. And another one, we'll handle that one. It wasn't called. I don't know why.
What's the first three?
The case number is 20348-251. It's Tamika West. And then, Your Honor, we had an 840, and I see both of the, I think everybody is here on that one, that it wasn't called. Evelyn is the attorney. And it was Petra, Glatter Sleeve. That was at 840. And the case, the last three is 237. It was at 840 this morning. Let me ask her to unmute.
Your Honor, this is Wendy Cooper. I represent Mr. Mrs. Gildersleeve on the matter. We submitted a conditional dismissal in this case.
That's correct, Your Honor. Adam Devlin.
When did you submit that?
I believe it
Tuesday.
would have been on the 5th. I can resend it if you need it.
I think we may have already signed it, and that's why it's not.
We did.
We already signed it. It must have came in, and while I was doing my stat, I signed it.
Okay. I just knew everybody was here, so I know everybody,
even the defendant?
Yes, she's here too.
We'll pull the file up and put it on the record.
Hello, this is Kincaria Gildersleeve.
Calling 20348-251 Argo Property Management versus Tamika West.
Christopher Asphalt on behalf of the plaintiff.
Mr. Lazinski? Yeah, he's already signed it. I've already signed it. I signed it on the 7th. What happened is, we were closed and all these dismissals and things came in. And then when we got back here the first day, they handed us a stack of cases to be signed.
On which case, Your Honor? Is that the
251?
Oh, okay. That's a dismissal?
a conditional dismissal, Tamika West.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, so Tamika West, Argo versus West, there was a conditional dismissal entered?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on, let me double check it again. A consent order for conditional dismissal.
And, all right, who, did someone from my office sign that, Judge? Whose name is on it?
The signature is as bad as mine. P number is P82210.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, what was that other case, Denise, you wanted me to check?
Last three was 237. Letter sleeve. Ms. Cooper, you said you submitted a dismissal on that?
Correct.
Okay.
And it would have been on the 5th.
237 was dismissed. Awesome.
237 was dismissed. Can you let me put it on the
746 was dismissed.
Okay, but the 237 is dismissed, Renee?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Again, this came through in that stat trouble.
I imagine I have a few more documents in that stack, Your Honor, somewhere.
I know I signed about 30 of them.
19.
Is that one gonna go on the record? The 237?
Renee told me no.
Okay.
Sounds good.
What about the defendant? She free to go, Your Honor?
Yes.
Sounds good to me, Your Honor.
I sent out the stuff.
It's already signed and entered into the record.
Yeah.
Ms. Glenn, please. That Ms. Cooper, that's your client?
Yes.
And I emailed copies already.
Sarah says she can go.
And Renee says she's already emailed the copies out to the.
I emailed it to Mr. Zinsky and Mr. Gaelic.
For Gildersleeve?
What about Ms. Cooper? She didn't get it?
I think we're talking about
Sent it to the attorneys that's on the dismissal.
Ms. Cooper, did you file an appearance in that file?
No, this is for 237 that I'm involved in.
Oh, 237?
Yes, myself and Mr. Devlin.
And I can confirm I don't have a copy of it.
Neither do I, Your Honor.
Well, I haven't called the case either. But you're saying it was set for early this morning?
8:40, Your Honor.
Yes.
And Renee says there's dismissals have been sent in and I've signed them already? She's looking for it. Recalling 203-46649 Harbor Residential versus Matthew Wilson.
Gary Sagatti, Your Honor, on behalf of plaintiff 39047.
And this is the one we entered the default on and gave until February 1st, okay?
Yes.
Okay, I'm signing it.
Thank you. And Your Honor, I had a case which may have been in that large stack during the closure, ending in 6720. Are we waiting on that or has that been signed?
We haven't gotten to that one yet, Mr. Sadati.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry, Your Honor.
No, please help.
Yeah.
What was it, 67 what?
It was 720, but it was probably gonna be the next one you call. We hadn't gotten to it yet.
Okay. City Property Management versus Ms. Oldham. 20348-260.
Chris Asphalt on behalf of the plaintiff.
Ms. Oldham, are you here?
Yes.
Do you have you been assigned one of our 3 attorneys?
No.
Is this a non-payment rent case?
I believe it is, Your Honor. What's the, oh, I see it here. Yes, it is a non-payment of rent.
So the plaintiff might be interested in the EDP program when it comes up?
Yes.
Okay, who's next on the list? Mr. Santiago? Mr. Santiago, unmute yourself.
I am. I'm here on specific cases. I don't believe Lakeshore, or I mean, I don't believe UCHC is assigned to your courtroom today. But I can certainly talk to her if that's necessary, but.
Your Honor.
Well, let me wait a little while. I think I have everybody. Mr. Lozinski, are you out of a breakout room?
Am out of a breakout room. We will be asking for an adjournment for that matter.
And what's that case? And then I can assign you to this one. What's that case?
Ms. Franklin, 8263 is the last four. 8263.
Recalling 20348-263 Argo Property Management versus Tomika Franklin.
Chris Asphalt on behalf of the plaintiff.
Brant Lashinsky, P84238 Lakeshore Legal Aid on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Franklin.
Tomika Franklin here, Your Honor.
And what are we doing with this case?
Your Honor, this is Ms. Franklin's first hearing on the matter, and I'm asking for an adjournment probably about a month out to get some information regarding her matter and see if we can come to a resolution with plaintiff's counsel.
That's fine.
Thank you, Mr. Asphalt.
What about, you said a month out, but what about February 18th?
It's fine, Your Honor.
Mr. Lozinski, no, Mr. Affleck, is that all right?
Yes, Judge.
2/18 at 10 a.m.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. We should give us plenty of time to get the matter resolved. Thank you.
The defendant is free to go.
Now, Ms. Franklin, we'll call you. You can leave the court, Ms. Franklin. We'll call you on the phone. Okay?
Oh, okay, so leave.
You can leave the court. Yeah, I'll call you on the phone.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Lozinski, can I have you talk to Ms. Oldham now?
Sure, Your Honor. Thank you. I'd be happy to.
And what breakout room were you in?
I'm assigned to one. If I could have that case number one more time, that would be great. Thank you.
20348-260.
Got it. Thanks.
Although I gotta wait a minute for my break room to come back up. That seems to be the new thing. Let it rest for a minute.
Understood. Thank you.
20348-237 Stacked Group versus Kendra Gildersleeve, is it?
Gildersleeve, Your Honor.
Gildersleeve. So apparently I had already signed it.
But you missed the page.
But I missed the page. So I'm signing the missed page right now.
Very well, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay.
Devlin,
Okay, that's all signed. Is Miss Gildersleeve here?
Yes, Ms. Gildersleeve is here.
Gildersleeve, I'm sorry, ma'am. You're free to go.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You are welcome. Let's see if my rooms are up now.
Your Honor, this is Chris Asphalt. Are we just waiting for a date on the Life Hacks versus Reed matter?
What's the case number?
mas
What's the last three case numbers?
I can give you the case number. Just 1 minute, Your Honor. Looks like, oh gosh, the copies that I have, I can't read the case.
I-
Oh, here it is, 317.
317. Oh, yep.
Mr. McCarty, are we waiting on something for that case? We're just waiting on a date?
Yep, I just spoke with Mr. Asfalk and I think that we are just waiting on a date.
So, how long are we looking for?
If we could do sometime in February, I think that would give us enough time to understand what the new EDP requirements are going to be and hopefully process something.
And what's my date for you, Mr. McCarty, to be in my courtroom?
I'm Mondays and Thursdays, so if the 8th or the 11th works, that would be, I think, maybe ideal. If not,
You said, I have you here for Thursdays and
Mondays.
Mondays, okay. Monday and Thursdays.
Yeah, watch what's around. You know niggas be flying them drones around. Yeah, somebody flew one of them bitches over me too, and
Who's that talking to me?
Cussing on the record.
That was Henry Hughes. I muted him.
Okay.
What's the attorney's?
Okay, Mr. McCarty.
What's the attorney right here? I don't have his email address.
Asphalt?
At the
In the middle? Brown chair? That's asphalt.
Mr. Asphalt,
Yes.
I don't have your email address, so I emailed a copy to Ms. Cooper.
Do you want my email?
We have a stack of your cases. How about Thursday, the 18th?
Yes, you can.
That works for me, Your Honor.
That's fine, Judge.
Did we put on that date already, Thursday, the 18th?
Your Honor, for the dismissal that she emailed, it is for Gildersleeve, and the plaintiff's counsel is Devlin in that case.
Oh, I thought that's the one that you guys were asking.
February 18th at 10:30.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Asking us for cases is what's confusing us here.
Your Honor, this is Brant from Lakeshore, P8423. I was wondering if the breakout rooms had been restored.
Oh, let's see.
We're not
Thank you.
successful so far in getting in there.
Yes, they are back.
Okay.
And you were in one?
I'm, yes, assigned to one.
You're in one. And who do you want me to put in there with you?
Is it Ms. Oldham? There it is. Ms. Shakuna Oldham, is that correct?
It's Shaquana.
Sorry, Shaquana.
There it is. Sam, I'm assigning you to breakout room 1. Okay.
Come to that breakout room. Thank you.
Two 0346978 Bordell Development Company versus Raphael Ward.
Your Honor, this is Donovan McCarty, P80907 on behalf of defendant. I don't see Mr. Abbott here, but I do know that we sent a conditional dismissal to the court in that matter, as well as one other matter.
And that's what I have before me as a conditional dismissal. Mr.
Okay, great.
Abbott signed it, his client signed it, everybody signed it but me.
Yep.
So I'm signing it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Let me try and catch up some.
Mr. Ashford, you can chat it to Renee Shepherd.
Two zero 347 Country House Apartments versus Marquita Webb.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mark
Yes.
Landau, the plaintiff.
Yes, I'm here.
Morning, Your Honor. Conley Felipe, P76929 on behalf of the defendant, Marquita Webb.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, we heard you. So, Mr. Felipe, God, I've been away too long. Felipe, have you worked out something with Mr. Landau, who's trying to retire me?
Unfortunately, I don't know what Mr. Landau's intentions are with this client. I've not been able to make any contact since our last hearing. I've tried numerous times to get EDP documents. He did indicate they were interested in EDP, but we never received any documents from his office. So I don't know if he's still interested. If he's still interested, then we may be requesting an adjournment out till February or end of February when we can figure out what's really going on as far as new funding goes.
Mr. Landau, your client still interested in EDP?
Yes, Your Honor, my client is still willing to participate in EDP, but contrary to Mr. Coonley's assertion, after our last hearing, I submitted the documentation to the EDP applications email address that Ted Phillips had provided to me for various clients. I didn't receive a response until Mr. Coonley on December 21 indicated that he did not get paperwork for this client. I didn't see that come in because of the holidays and being a little bit overwhelmed myself. But I did get the paperwork to him this morning.
Okay, so we're going to adjourn it.
Agreed. And Your Honor, I don't want you to retire. I only wished you well in retirement, but I thought that that's what was happening.
Not for a year and a half or so.
Oh. I was under the impression that you were retiring with this election.
No, I can't run anymore because I'll be 70.
Ah.
Mr. Landau, did you send this via email? How did you send this out to me? Because I still haven't received it yet.
I wasn't running this election. I cannot run anymore.
I see.
And if people keep messing with me, then I may retire early, but I'm not planning on it.
Maybe that's what I had heard and I processed it in my brain a little differently. Sorry about that.
Trying to get rid of me, that's all.
Your Honor,
Okay.
Mr. Landau, I still, how did you send in the documents? I still haven't received it yet. Did you send it via
You know what?
email?
I'm a big fat liar. It was sitting in my outbox to send out and I didn't hit the send button.
Gotcha.
I just hit the send button.
Okay, all right then.
Okay.
We have another case that is a similar matter that's going to be coming up.
Hold on, let me just finish with this first.
So I'm sorry, Your Honor. I just wanted to get the emails out.
Great, but let me at least get you a date and we can get them on the same date. What dates are you here, Mr. Felipe?
I'm here on Fridays, but I can be here any day. Usually I'm not going to be covering many dockets, but I can be here any day.
So Fridays are a good day.
Yes, Your Honor.
How about Friday, February 26th?
That will work, Your Honor.
Mr. Landau?
That seems like awfully far out, Your Honor, but if that's the only date that Your Honor has available at this point, we'll take it.
Take it, and then if we find some information earlier about the money, then, you guys can work it out and then have me move it up or something, or send the paperwork and I'll sign.
What I have here, Your Honor, is that the defendant hasn't made a rental payment since March. So while my client is still very, very willing to participate in EDP, we would like to see some money come through from the tenant to make it part.
Is your client in a position to make any payment?
My client is still needs to know what part of the documents we're trying to get was a copy of the ledger so we can review and figure out what it is she owes, and then figure out a way of making some kind of a payment
$600
arrangement.
a month, no late fee, no utilities, no nothing. 600, 600, 600, starting April. That's
Okay.
it.
Yep, I can talk to my client and then figure out what options we have as far as what if she can make any kind of payments. And of course, part of the EDP is, I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of a tenant copay as part of the EDP. And of course, we're going to try and figure out what it is the client is able to do. But we do need a starting point as far as how much.
How about I move it up to February 19th?
Yeah.
February 19th at 10 a.m.
Okay, that's fine, Your Honor.
And you'll get the paperwork to defendant's counsel, correct?
I just got to Your Honor. I just have to review it.
Now, what's the other case you were asking me about, Mr. Felipe? What's the last three?
Yep.
Oh, give me 1 second, Your Honor.
Honey, we have a person here, Henry Hughes, Sagati's case.
He's been here for a while. We need to figure out.
Yeah, Mr. Scotty's here. I think that's the one he was asking about. Was supposed to be a dismissal. 720.
Renee's on the phone.
All right.
Your Honor, this I believe is 631.
That was the next case I had.
All right.
20347-631, Bonneview Apartments versus Khadijah K-A-T-I-J-A Moore.
Good. Mark Lando for the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kunle Felipe, P76929 for the defendant.
Khadijah Moore here, Your Honor.
Mr. Felipe, have you filed an appearance with this file?
Your Honor, what are you referring to me, Your Honor?
I said, have you filed the appearance with this file that you'll be representing the defendant?
No, Your Honor, I can do that.
You need to do that because that's the only way we can send out paperwork to you. So this is a case that you're waiting on the paperwork from Mr. Landau, and he just found it in his sandbox.
There are both cases, the one before and this current one, Your Honor.
So February 19th at 10:30?
Yes, Your Honor. Which case do you need an appearance on?
All of them.
Okay, I'll do that, Your Honor.
Mr. Landau, February 19th at 10:30?
That's fine, Your Honor. I will acknowledge that the defendant made very substantial payments in October, $3,250 to bring her balance down. And so I have much less pressure from my client on this case, but February 19 is a good date.
At 10:15, February 19th at 10:15.
Yeah, so we're like, everything is all heavy, so.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Kunle, I don't have anything from you or EDP on this case. Is this a new one for you?
No, I actually sent an email on this also. I'm going to resend those emails out after I'm done with this hearing. I also, I'll resend those emails to you.
Just on this one, that's all I need.
Well, there are other cases. This is not the only one.
Mr. Felipe, since you're here, let me do this one. 20347-639, Great Haven Limited Partnership versus Angela High.
Good morning, Your Honor. Kunle Felipe, P76929 on behalf of Ms. High. I believe we should have a conditional dismissal in the file. We sent one out in December. Yep, okay, Your Honor.
Yes, I have it. There's a conditional dismissal. Is Ms. High still here?
Yes, I am. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I've signed the paperwork. Wait a minute, the plaintiff. Yes, I showed that Ms. Conan signed it.
Yes, Your Honor, she did.
And you have an appearance form in this file, so you don't have to send one for that one, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Hyde, you're free to go.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Now, what was that case we were looking for?
Seven.
Oh, Renee's still on the phone. She's still on the phone with somebody having called in. 20348-269 AC Jason Company versus Iana Johnson. That's EYANA.
Good morning, Your Honor. Diane Wyrock on behalf of AC Jason, P59773.
Good morning.
Is the
Ms.
defendant
Your
here,
Honor.
Ms. Johnson?
Good morning, Your Honor. Iana Johnson, I'm present.
And is this a non-payment of rent case?
Yes, it is.
Ms. Johnson, are you interested in having one of our free attorneys to talk to?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Santiago, are you available?
Judge, again, this is, I'm just waiting for my specific cases. I apologize.
Your Honor, I'm with Lake. Your Honor, this is Conley Felipe with Lakeshore Legal Aid. I can speak with the client.
Okay, and you're in a break, you have a breakout room already, Mr. Felipe?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
Okay.
Do you want me to join the breakout room?
No, I think it's just the defendant and the new attorney that's being signed.
Okay.
So this would be breakout room 5.
Your Honor, can I get that case number again, please?
Hold on, let me get my room straight. Assigned to room 5, and the case number is 20348-269, and the defendant is Ms. Johnson.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. If I do it right. Okay. Now, tell me who was looking for that file. What file are we looking for?
It was 720-20346-720. Sanders versus Hughes. Gotti case.
Hamlin versus Hughes?
Sanders versus Hughes, Henry Hughes.
What are those last 3 numbers again?
720. It was scheduled at 10:20.
What's the full case number, Denise?
20346-720.
Renee is looking for it.
Okay. I think Mr. Gotti said he sent in a dismissal for it.
Yes, Your Honor. There was with Wendy Cooper was the attorney, and Mr. Hughes is in the courtroom.
So, and you sent that, of course, in December sometime.
December 11th. I signed it and forwarded it to Miss Cooper on December 11th. I could, the copy that I had did not have Miss Cooper or Mr. Hughes' signature on it.
Is Miss Cooper still in? Oh, she might be in a breakout room. Let me see if she's in a breakout room. Uh-oh. Gotta wait again for it to. I looked for that.
Your Honor, Ms. Moore, she chatted me. Can she leave now? Gave her a date, with Mr. Landa and Mr. Felipe.
Oh, sure, ma'am, I'm sorry. Ms. Moore, you may leave the courtroom.
Thank you and have a wonderful weekend.
And you too, ma'am.
Ms. Webb, you had a question?
Hold on, I have Mr. Hughes' case.
Okay, I'm ready.
20346-720. Yes, this matter came in and I signed it some time ago. I'm sorry, Mr. Hughes. It's been signed already. Ms. Cooper signed it. She signed your name with permission. And I've signed it. Mr. Hughes, okay?
Okay.
Sorry that you had to
Yes,
wait
Your Honor.
so long. Again,
That's
this is one
okay.
of those cases that came in December, and we weren't allowed to sign anything until we came back. Good luck,
Okay.
Mr. Hughes. You may leave, and I'm sorry again that you had to wait so long.
Okay, Your Honor,
That's okay.
Good day, Mr. Hughes. Your Honor, that
Good
concludes
day.
my docket, so I'll be leaving the courtroom as well.
If you're sure.
Your
Let
Honor,
me
this
look
is
at
Brant from Lakeshore, P84238. I am back from the breakout room regarding matter 8260 for Miss Oldham. At your convenience.
Recalling 20348-260, City Property Management versus Ms. Oldham. Appearances again?
Christopher Asphalt on behalf of the plaintiff.
And Brant Lashinsky, P84238 on behalf of the defendant, Ms. Oldham. Your Honor, I did have a good chance to speak to Ms. Oldham about her matter. This is her first hearing on this issue. I would be asking for an adjournment so that we can have time to do a proper intake for her and reach out to plaintiff's counsel and see if we can come to a resolution before even another adjournment date. But we will be asking for an adjournment date in February at the court's pleasure and discretion.
Okay. Then we can't get February 19th calendar because it's too far out.
February 19th is a Friday, Your Honor. That would work. Am I mistaken? No.
Oh, this is the only thing on here? I have one case on that day and it's a Gaelic case. So what about Friday, February 19th
That works for
at
me, Your Honor. Thank you.
9:15?
9:15?
Yes.
That works for Ms. Oldham?
Yes.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did we get Ms. Oldham a free attorney yet?
That's who I spoke with her, Your Honor.
Okay.
Brant from Lakeshore, P84238. I'm going to be assigning myself to her matter.
Okay, thank you very much. So that date's all right with you?
That, yes, it is. February 19th is fine.
And it's all right with me as well, Your Honor.
Okay.
Brent, you're
Okay,
so good. The judge thinks that you're a private attorney.
I sure do. You take it over for your spot, Mr. Santiago. 20348296269. The AC Jason case versus Ms. Johnson. There was a folks in the breakout room, I believe. Breakout room 5, have they come out? Yes, not. Okay, let me go to my next one. 20342-742, Jalika Gekila Williams versus Jacqueline Perkins.
Good morning, Your Honor. Robert Santiago, Michigan Legal Services, P57157. I was assisting one of the tenants, defendants in this case, Mr. Wendell Mass, who has since moved out of the residence. I have been waiting to ensure that he would be dismissed from this case, depending on what happened. I have not seen Ms. Williams at all this morning, Jakila Williams.
I see there was a dismissal, parties moved in October 2020.
I saw that too, Judge, but there's also continuing court dates and everything, so I wasn't sure what was going on with the court closures and everything else. I felt that it would be wise for me to appear and just figure out what's going on.
And you don't have a phone number or anything for Ms. Williams?
You know what? It was in part of the pleadings. I can check.
I don't think so.
I thought it was on the demand for possession. That was the only place where her phone number was, or the notice of termination, the 30-day notice.
I see an update here. Let me see what's going on with the update. No, there's nothing there on the update.
If you give me a moment, Judge, I will see if I can find the number. It does have a phone number on the notice to quit. It's 313-414-6561.
Why don't you call her?
I can do that, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. 20348-272, Christopher Hopkins versus LaShonda Carey.
Good morning, Your Honor. Diane Wyrack, on behalf of Christopher Hopkins, I request the case be dismissed.
Oh, thank you. Have you sent the paperwork already?
No, I will do so after I'm done with the other case with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you'll send it today?
Absolutely.
Let's see, 20347-627, Bonneview Apartments versus Eric Perry. Isn't this one of those where Landau said he didn't think he had anything else with us?
Right.
Ah, this was a Jaber case. It's signed by everybody. I guess I can sign it. Landau has signed it. Jaber has signed it. I'm gonna sign it. Okay. This, let me look at it closely. And these, there's none. You were in a breakout room, ma'am? Which breakout room was it? Indra?
That's correct, Your Honor. I was in breakout room number 4 for the case number 20348-245.
Well, since Ms. Jaber is gone, I'll have to go give you the attorney P. recalling 20348-245 City Property Management versus Gail Williams.
Christopher Asfalk on behalf of the plaintiff.
Your appearance, ma'am?
This Indra Pandiraj, P84364 on appearing on.
I didn't get her P number. Wait 1 second, 1 second. Okay, what's your P number?
That would be P84364.
And I think Miss Williams is still in the breakout room.
Actually, I think she has connected from her landline phone, so she didn't know how to do that. I actually asked her to, like disconnect the call and zoom back in, but I'm not sure if she has done that. I do not see her here.
Yep, she's still in the breakout room. Can anybody go in there and tell her she can come out?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, why don't you try that?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Judge, I was unable to reach Miss Williams. I left a voice message to contact the court.
Let me see if we can move Ms. Williams out of the breakout room. I hate to shut it down because there are other people in there talking. Denise, while we're waiting, who's user?
I'm not sure. Person whose phone is labeled user. What's your name, please? What's your name, please? I've asked him to unmute. I'm not sure who that is.
Mr. Felipe, is your client coming out of the breakout room? She's still in there.
If she is, I thought she'd come out. Let me go back in and get her out.
Because if not, I'll just close the breakout rooms and get everybody out. Okay, I'm closing rooms and getting everybody out.
I'm back from the breakout room.
I'm sorry, but I'm closing the room so everybody can come out.
Your Honor, I'm back from the breakout room. Miss Williams will be joining to the main room now. She couldn't come back.
I closed the room so that everybody's coming out.
That's correct, Your Honor. So she will be connecting to the main room right now. She will be calling us again.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. So as far as this case goes, we would like to ask for an adjournment because.
Hello?
Hold on. There's Miss Williams there.
Yes, this is Gail Williams.
Yes, we got it now. So we're talking about an adjournment.
Yes, I know. I agree to it.
Okay, now let's see if we get plaintiff to agree. Mr. Asphalt?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
How long of an adjournment are we asking for, defense counsel?
Probably until the third week of February, just for us to work out the mechanics for the new funding program.
I wanted to ask, so your client has not vacated the property?
She has actually vacated the property. She's not living in the house anymore from February. So the program might work a little different for her, given that she's not living in the house anymore. And also given the situation that we are still figuring out how the new funding will work for us for this year. So
Is anyone living in the house?
Hello, this is Gail Williams. Can I say something?
Hold on, ma'am. Ms. Williams, hold on, Ms. Williams. Let's just answer questions. Are you in the property?
No, ma'am. I haven't been there since February of last year.
Anybody in the property that you know of?
I asked some of the neighbors. They said no one's there now, but that's like some people might have been in there, but nobody has been there. They haven't. Nobody's there now that I know of.
So why are we asking for the adjournment, ma'am? Is she out of the property already?
That's correct, Your Honor. She's out of the property. But a case has been filed for non-payment. So this case is quite unique. Yeah, she's not living in the property.
No, I'm sorry.
Hold on, Ms. Williams. Another case has been filed against her?
No, Your Honor, it is the same case. So she's not living in the property from February, but a case has been filed against her for the non-payment of rent.
Your Honor, she probably didn't turn in the keys and tell my client. So I think probably an adjournment is appropriate.
Ms. Williams, hold on.
Okay.
Probably an adjournment is appropriate to try and verify some of these facts.
Okay.
Judge Robert Santiago, Michigan Legal Services, P57157. Just to make the court aware, I know the old EDP program would not pay out if someone was not residing in the home. So I don't know what the new EDP program will be like, but my guess it's going to have a similar requirement that the tenant actually is occupying the home, because the nature of the program was to keep people in their homes.
Absolutely.
That's correct, Your Honor.
So I don't know how, well, I can adjourn it a couple weeks so you guys can work out what's going on now, but.
Can Miss Williams give me her current address?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
It's 8596 Myers Road, Detroit, Michigan, 48228. And may I say something else?
Yes.
I did talk to a lawyer for this company and told her that I moved out because I received Section 8, and Section 8 stopped their payment, but I had to make sure my payments was made. My rent was paid up to February of 2020. I never paid rent to city property management. I always paid my rent to the owner, which was DTW Hive, and he resides in Texas, Carrollton, Texas. And I never paid $800 a month for rent.
Were there other people living in the property with you when you vacated?
No.
Okay. All right, I'll check with my client and we'll try.
The reason why I had to move is because the property was not brought up to code like it was supposed to have been. And I had to move. And they stopped their payment as of January 31st, 2020.
Okay.
How about I adjourn it to February? What days are you here, Ms. Andrea? What days are you here?
I'm here on Fridays, Your Honor.
So what about Friday the 12th?
That would be fine.
That's fine, Judge.
We have to move some afternoon cases up. At least it's 3 o'clock case, Tuesday, because those are Mr. Cox's. 9:20, and hopefully we'll be just settling this case, right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So I won't have to have any hearings or anything. What time did I say?
9:20?
Very good.
Okay.
And if you guys settle it before then, you can always send me the paperwork.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Williams, you're free to go.
All right, thank you. Have a good day. Bye.
20348-269, AC Jason Company versus Ms. Johnson.
Diane Wyrock.
Ms. Wyrock, put your appearance on the record.
Diane Wyrock on behalf of AC Jason, P59773.
And Ms. Johnson, you're here. Is there an attorney representing you, Ms. Johnson?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
And who might that be?
You are.
Is that
I apologize. I apologize, Your Honor. I was on mute. This is Kunle.
You couldn't hear us.
This is Kunle Felipe, P76929 on behalf of Ms. Johnson.
Okay.
Ms. Wyrock has indicated that she's interested in EDP. So at this time, we would like to ask for an adjournment so we can get the details on the new program and hopefully figure something out.
Okay. So I can go to the end of February, please?
I think that's appropriate, Your Honor, because we don't know the details of what's going to happen and how to go about getting the paperwork started.
Ms. Wyrock, please?
That is fine, but I would ask that as soon as they get the details that we start the process before your court date.
Yes, Your Honor. Hopefully we can actually.
That would work for Mr. Felipe, I believe.
Yes, Your Honor. As soon as we get we always like to get it started as soon as possible. Hopefully get something to your courtroom as far as papers to sign before our next court date, if that is possible.
About February 26th at 9 a.m.
Okay, that'll be fine.
That is fine, Your Honor.
And will you email me your contact information, please?
Yes, I'll do that.
Is Ms. Johnson, did you see what we're doing? The case has been adjourned to February 26th at 9 a.m.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
So Ms. Johnson, you are free to go.
Thank you. Have a great day, you all.
And you too, have a good weekend. 20348-275, Urbane Apartments versus Leonard Tate.
Good morning, Your Honor. Adam Devlin, P72877, appearing on behalf of the
I
plaintiff.
can barely hear you, Mr. Devlin. What were you trying to say?
I'm appearing on behalf of the plaintiff.
P number? Your P number?
72877.
Is there a Mr. Tate here, Leonard Tate? I don't see Mr. Tate here. Is your client interested in EDP, Mr. Devlin?
No, Your Honor.
This does look like the first hearing.
It is, Your Honor. Somehow I filed this last March, but we are in the first hearing.
Well, you know why. It's going to have to be February.
At your pleasure, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you.
I don't see any dates that I have to be before you on February right now, so your choice.
No dates in February?
Not yet. I'm sure they're forthcoming.
Well, then let's try February 19th.
At what o'clock?
At 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock it is, Your Honor. You have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too. Okay. Two zero three four eight 278 Schaefer Highway versus Nathaniel Webster. Mr. Coleman, that's yours. Mr. Coleman.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is your case I just called, 20348-278 Schaefer Highway versus Nathaniel Webster.
And good morning again, Your Honor, or good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Attorney Frederick Coleman, P. 56540 on behalf of the plaintiff. This is the first hearing. I'm not certain if anybody is here on it.
Is there a Nathaniel Webster here? Nathaniel Webster. Mr. Coleman, I have you on Friday, February 12th with a case in my courtroom every 10 minutes.
Well, I guess I'm gonna be busy on February the 12th all day.
And I'm gonna put this case on there with you, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. What time?
Wait a minute, there are afternoon cases here too.
Whatever you give me, I'll make it work.
No, we don't want, hold on.
If you can give me the Mega Million numbers tonight, I won't be in.
Yes, you would, because I wouldn't let you spend it.
Well, I'm not worried about that. I just wouldn't be working anymore.
How about February 12th at 9:20?
Thank you, Your Honor. You and your staff and everyone on the Zoom have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you on Monday.
Take care, Fred, and remember your buddy if you win that ticket.
Okay, I got you. Am I free to go, Your Honor?
Let me double check. I just want to come to the party.
Okay, it's gonna be on somebody's island.
That's fine.
Fred's Island.
Okay, I think that's it, Mr. Coleman.
Okay, have a good weekend. Yeah.
Yep, you too. Two zero three four six 736 MBA Management versus the occupants. This would be Mr. Bajani's and Ms. Brayley's case.
Judge, I don't think Ms. Brayley is any longer with us in the Zoom hearing, I mean.
She's not in one of my breakout rooms.
No, I don't believe she is either. I think she left.
No. Well, Mr. Bajani's not here, nor is case called for virtual hearing, October 16th. Let me give this case to Renee and let her figure it out.
Also, Judge, on the case where you asked me to call.
I'm sorry, what?
Judge, on the case where you asked me to call the plaintiff, Ms. Jaquila Williams, I was able to reach her voicemail. That was it. I was not able to talk to her.
And who was that talking to me?
This is Robert Santiago.
Okay. Mr. Landau's gone because he thought we had.
Is it a review?
Doesn't say review on. Wood 20346-717 Woodland Apartments versus Brittany Smith. Yes, it says review.
They're
That
supposed
was
to turn in,
11/24.
they're supposed to work out something.
Call
And you
Mr.
said,
Landau.
just do a review.
Your Honor, this is Brant from Lakeshore P8423. I actually have a matter with Mr. Landau that we submitted a conditional dismissal for. I don't believe it's been called this morning.
What's the last three of the case?
One moment, Your Honor.
Because I only have 4 cases left that were placed aside because we were waiting on somebody or some paperwork.
It's 6705 is the last 4 numbers. 6705 Royal Rose v. Nicole Fuqua.
I don't have it.
I just
Sent in a
emailed.
condition.
I think you said you just sent it to us?
I did this morning, just recently.
Okay, I think it's
What's
coming
the
in.
case number? 3.
What's the full case number?
It is 20346705.
You're looking for it.
Okay.
And what about the case ending in 742, Jaquila Williams? Is that the case you were calling for me, Mr. Santiago?
It is, Judge. And as I informed you a moment ago, I was not able to reach her.
You left a message though?
I did. I said that I was who I was, that I was calling on behalf of the court, and asked her to either join the Zoom hearing or to contact the court.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you've never talked to this lady?
She actually has appeared before, Judge, in your court. I believe at least 2 hearings that I recall.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna adjourn it one more time.
Okay, and as I indicated earlier, I'm just here on this hearing just to make sure that my client who has moved out does not get any sort of judgment against him, because again, I believe it was a termination case and he did move out.
Okay.
Do you know what date, Judge, so I can make a note of it?
I'm trying to figure it out right now.
Thank you.
How about 2/12?
Actually, if you could put it on a Monday or a Wednesday, Judge, that would be great.
I keep forgetting what days you are.
No, that's okay.
Monday or what?
Or a Wednesday.
February 17th?
That's great. Thanks, Judge.
Wait a minute, hold on, I gotta find the time. Check. 9:30.
Thank you. Have a great weekend. Denise, Renee, you too. I will see you Monday.
Thank you. Nicole Fuqua? Oh, sorry. 20346-705 Royal Rose Properties versus Nicole Fuqua. Had we already done something with that? Because this is Mr. Landau's case.
Your Honor, this is Brant Lashinsky, P8423 from Lakeshore Legal Aid. I did sign with Mr. Landau's permission on the conditional dismissal sent in this morning. And that can be entered.
Is there, you sent it this morning?
I sent it only about an hour ago. I can resend if necessary.
Something's coming through. We have it.
Okay.
and I'm signing it now.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Okay. Is that the last one of yours?
I am here for the docket, so that's yet to be determined.
Okay, last one I have is 20347-693 Elite Real Estate versus Shanice Moore. No, sorry, France Honeycutt. Is Miss Moore still here? I have a conditional dismissal in the file, and it's already signed by me and everybody.
You would, Your Honor, I believe you addressed that case already this morning.
Yep, that would take care of our docket.
Yeah, you said 693, the one you were just talking about?
Yes.
Honeycutt?
Yes.
I thought that's the one, okay. You said it's a dismissal or you signed the writ?
No, it's a conditional dismissal. Let me look at it again to be sure. Yep, a conditional dismissal.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody's free to go?
I see Mr. Lavasser, did we do 266? 1020?
Mr. Lavasser?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Let's see. No, there was added stuff up top. This is 20348-266 RT Home Detroit versus Malika Hawkins.
Your Honor, I'm on the record with Judge Milhouse at this very second, but I'm almost done.
I have the paperwork here.
This is conditional dismissal that we signed off on.
Yep, and I'm signing it now too. Okay. Okay, Mr. Lavasser?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, this is Brandt from Lakeshore, P84238. I was wondering if I could ask Madam Clerk in the court about an adjournment date from earlier, just to verify.
Why don't you just ask, see if,
what is it?
What's the case?
2034-8263, 8263, Tamika Franklin.
263.
I have February 18th, but it seems like it should have been February 19th. Either is fine. I just want to verify if it's the 18th or 19th of February we adjourn to.
Oh, this looks like the 18th on here.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Bad handwriting. It's the 18th.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Okay, have a great afternoon. Thank you very much.
Have a great weekend.
Have a good weekend.
All right, you guys, I